Change the overlay here. Finnish BF players, no joke. Yep, that is correct. Villese is also one of the best Finns out there in the world in Black Forest. And he was a silver medalist in RF3. And let's see if he can pull off an amazing performance here versus Team Barles. Okay, we got Barles Turk versus Dragonstar Berbers on the flank.
Dragonstar already kind of misplaying. He initially thought he's gonna go forward, so he queued Loom right away after the first will, but then just decided to get the first boar, but he didn't cancel the Loom. So, like, it's actually quite a big blow for his eco at the start, because he's gonna be that one villager behind in the work time, and it's actually like if you make it so early, you are actually like at least 100 or like 200 res behind if you make it when you're upping, like let's say like after villager number 20. On the other side, though,
Villese and Andre
is kind of dominating here because he killed the villager from Villese, and they'll get another one.
Another one here. So 1-1 on. Now it's going to be a 2-1 advantage Andre.
With a good start here for
very
Andre,
good start
being
here for
Mayans and being ahead here
of Portuguese.
Yeah, that's pretty decent.
That's a very good start with a good wall too on both sides here. So very, very well played here by Andre on the opening here. Meanwhile, Barles just kind of opting for a no loom start here with Turks.
Yeah,
he's got safe stone. All of his other res are forward though, and Dragonstar has safe gold in the back. So let's see with his 2 exposed golds on the front side.
But if you see the house from Barles, I don't know what minute you're in.
Let me go to live.
Yeah, this house. I think he just wants to secure like a forward. Ooh, look at this wall.
That's super forward wall, yeah. Not sure
I mean,
if it's
I
gonna
don't
be able
mind
to
it. Like, Barles is one of the players who can defend this. Like,
yeah.
So I think he's expecting Dragonstar to go for some feudal aggression. And if he goes fast feudal himself, he can defend it 100%. I think Dragonstar might be surprised when he sees this wall. It's like, what is this? The Barles will
range coming in. Yeah.
Yeah, Barles will probably play just fast stone wall.
Fast stone wall, yeah.
Oh, and Dragonstar, yeah, deciding to go for that tower. He first wanted to just bash in, but Barles will be able to defend his base.
Yeah,
here.
fairly
gonna
easily.
Wall the DC, yeah.
But there's a passage now into Lucky Rocks, who is now going to wall on the flank.
Yeah,
on the pocket.
that's fine. Like Nick also had to wall, so yeah, I would already say Team Barles is ahead, because if you check the lakes, one lake on Team Villese is not being used because it's Dragonstar doing for that feudal aggression.
Yeah.
So Pocket on Team Barles will definitely be ahead here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Barles is gonna click up to Castle Age any moment, and Dragonstar stuck
really far.
And feudal.
Deep in feudal. He's going full feudal. Try to get map control back from Turks. I think that was his play, right? You want to try and not get the castle drop on your face. But as a result...
Yeah, I guess it's the right play for Dragonstar. He's playing his potential. This is what he knows how to do. So, like, you cannot, like, once you decide for this strategy, it's fairly easy to do it. Like, you're just getting, like, ahead in the eco and getting the position.
He's got the res.
He was missing a little bit of food at the start. Yeah, definitely could have gone a little bit faster.
Yeah. There we go. He's gonna defend with the tower here, no problem. And Nick opening up. Okay, Blacksmith Market here, and Ovenka Huns opening stable. I'm not sure
And he's
what
actually
the
making
reason.
two knights.
I'm not sure where those knights are gonna try and fight. Are they gonna fight with Dragon here?
The gather point is in
No, he
Dragon
canceled the
Star
knights. He
forward.
canceled the knights. Oh wait, never mind. I'm behind. Sorry, I'm gonna try to do live
No,
now.
no,
Yeah.
it didn't. They're going to Dragon Star.
Yep.
Yeah, so Barles will be able to get his castle going.
Yep.
So this just means that Ovenka will be behind.
Ovenka is gonna be
Significantly
behind
Yeah.
whatchamacallit, Ender and Franks here.
Andorin. And there's gonna be 3TC and a Lake Boom.
And a Lake Boom going in. So
Versus,
Team Barles is looking really in a good position here.
Yeah, Andre is going for 4 on stone. Is that a castle drop? I don't think. I think it's just gonna boom actually. It's just gonna stone wall everywhere. And on the other hand, Villese is probably aiming for a castle drop. I'm not
Yeah, he's
sure
got
if I
4 on
like
stone,
it.
but he doesn't have. I don't know how much res he has though.
He doesn't have, like, the problem is he doesn't have a good wall. So maybe he just expects Andre to castle drop him. I don't know.
Yep.
Which is definitely not happening. Andre is just gonna boom. And I don't necessarily mind mains here in the matchup versus Portuguese. Like, you can play your own
Ooh,
Arbalest.
archers were able to get in now, but there's a mangonel coming out at the right time. Will he be able to come and snipe?
Yeah, it's gonna be
Boom!
big
3
shot,
archers down, big shots, and that's as easy as it comes. And Dragon Star in a lot of problems now, unless he's up already. No, he's not even close to cooking up. This is going to be really dangerous to fight the Jannies now.
Like, I don't understand why Dragon Star is so... Like, he should be the tougher of the fall. The dog,
Yeah.
he has 2 fishing ships. There should be like 7 fishing ships here.
Well, he went archery range, right? So he's just going
Yes.
full all-in archers.
And
don't think he had
so
the res for it.
He should be much ahead in eco, which he isn't. And now he's aged down, so it's in a terrible spot compared to Barles.
Yep.
Like, they will be able to get in with 1 petard.
He's adding farms instead of ships, so that's another classic mistake from Arabia players, not adding the right ships amount, right? He's going full farms instead. But you're right, yeah. Barles can
And
now push back easily.
Ovenka doing those knights means he's gonna be super behind Andorin. Andorin is 61 pop, all villagers and eco, and Ovenka is 50 pop with some army as well. So they will just cut somewhere because Lucky Rock is also mainly just booming. He has some mangas, but that will not slow him down as much.
Yeah, and Ovenka throwing his knights in to try and dive the mangonels and not really working out.
Who is in the carry position is Nick though. Nick is also just pure booming.
Yeah, 71 mils. He's got the highest and best boom so far in this side of the map here, adding a third dock.
He's equal with Andorin, basically.
Third dock and adding a TC as well. So, but I mean, we know that Nick will most likely outboom Andorin in this
Villese did a castle drop and then he's booming behind. That means that Andre will be ahead of him.
Because he will probably go up, right, with his own university, yep. Fortified wall, that's the standard Mayan play on the flank for Black Forest. Fortified wall being teched in by Andre as predicted here, and looks like Slavs is going to be pushing along with Turks. Double Mangonel push here on the front side.
Yeah, Dragons start doing some weird tower defense here. But not, that is not how you...
Yeah, he's gonna click up now, but I think he wants to try and do some guard tower, but he's already in now, Barles is. So...
it's just a desperate tower defense, and now 3 Jannies are inside.
Yep.
How, like, you cannot... Yeah, that's gonna make a... Nick is actually doing some guard towers here to defend.
Yep.
Which is very bad for him, like, at this stage he just wants to be focusing on the boom.
Untouched, so that Portuguese is... Okay, so it looks like they will wall up this side fully, and Andorin will play on the right side of the map with his Frank Paladins. Oh, could you please update the stream
plan is
title?
simple.
Yes, I will.
Andre will just wall, and they will triple the ball side.
All right, I have updated the stream title, Dozerto. Thank you for pointing that out. If Villese wins, are we all co-champs since we did beat them? Rooster. Funny guy. All right, so Dragon Star up to Castle Age now, and Nick providing some defense, but it may not be enough. Oh, he's gonna bum rush the Mangonels with these villagers. Ay ay ay.
That's a really bad idea.
That's a bad idea for sure. With the Jannies behind, he's not gonna get any damage done.
Dragon Star is in a coma.
Yeah, damn hell here. He's finally got to castle, doesn't have the rest to upgrade, or he has 1200 wood with only 2 fishing ships again. Ay ay ay.
Like, I would really not mind his push if he did it like he did, but don't add so many archers.
Yeah.
Just reclaim
And
the
no
position.
farms, right? You want to just go full dock.
And
here.
then like mass stone wall, like 3 layers in that passage, and big fish boom. And then like once they try to push back to your base, you are already up to castle age. You make your own castle, and then you're actually ahead of Barles, maybe in eco, right? And you're slowing down the captain. But definitely not working out for Dragon Star here, and they're in building on the right side.
Yep, Ando and Nick both building on the right side as expected. I think they do expect that already. And Villese soon to be on his way to Imp, perhaps here. Let's see what he can do versus the Mayan player. But
Nice.
Barles coming in with a forward castle, denying both auxiliary golds from the damn dragon, who is in a coma for sure.
Yeah, I really like this castle.
Yep.
Even though he's gonna be in castle age, like this is gonna be good hold for the other guys who will be in Imp.
Yep.
And Andorin is in a prime position to just like spam paladins.
Yeah, and
Like,
just
finish
he needs a
finish
cut
of
though from
Dragon
Lucky
and-
Rocks, and they can just kind of go into Nick's
Oh.
base immediately.
The range will be dead soon, and they can just run in.
Yep. Hunt is upping as well, but of course he's way behind Endo, who should be in the Imperial position and in the carry position here now, along with Lucky Rocks himself. So both pockets, 14 Barles in a very comfortable position now to carry the game. And Nick is going to have to play the game of his life here to save his team.
Andorin is a little bit too slow on the production, like it's minute 28, he should have those Cavaliers running in.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, that they cannot get him in yet, so
Yeah.
it's actually not that big of an issue. But he
Yeah.
should be ready once Lucky Rocks finishes
Onager.
the
Yeah.
Onager and then cuts in. He should have enough.
Yeah, right now only 4 knights, not even cavaliers, but
Yes.
looks like he did do plate barding armor already, so he's got fully upgraded on the defense Frankish cavalier now. So let's see where they cut. They're gonna cut here and try to get to Nick's base. Gonna have to do a long cut for sure. And Barles' castle is getting trapped down. Looks like they're not gonna fight that though. They have to use their mobility to their advantage and not fight, obviously, Korean Halba, so face front.
Ooh, I think Villese is misplaying or misreading the game a lot because he's actually attacking into pikemen. He's expecting to be versus the
yeah.
paladin, but he's just in 1v1 versus Andre.
Andre, he
also
doesn't need pike.
attacking, like defense, and he can play like eagles. So that would be a big issue for Villese.
Absolutely. I'm not sure why he's doing that, but he should be doing full Nomad cannon now, only. So he's doing petards and trying to break through.
I should probably just playing elite
knocking on.
organs, I think, but
Elite organs versus plumes? Aren't they bad
but
now?
they're still okay. They're just bad in Castle Age.
Yeah. Knock, knock, knocking
And
on
there are no
Andre's
plumes, right?
door.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
infantry for Andre.
All right, so the Cavalier are in, but Hun's actually managing to have a reasonable number here of his own to defend. And here come the Korean Albadea to help in this fight. Slavs with no infantry yet, or where are they? The Habs are in the back here, are not fighting on the front for some reason. Nice snipe there by Nick. Wow, 1 for 4 mangonels. Oh my god, what a huge shot there by Dr. Nick. And looks like that push has been completely shut down and pushed back because Slav Halberdiers only now are deciding to join the fight on the front side. Very good play there by Nick to bring his team closer to glory.
Yeah, I think Ando has like an underwhelming number of army
Yeah.
since he was like fully boomed with the lake. Like
41.
Ovenka is actually like somehow able to match him. Like not really, like he's half the numbers, but he has Paladin as well.
Yeah, and he has Halbeso, which is a lot more. So Nick's like fully popped, and Lucky Rocks
Ando
is
needs
not.
to Ando needs to sling super early his teammates, because if they manage to stabilize, like Team Barles was in a great spot,
Yep.
and when the game stabilizes, they will lose that advantage they had.
So Nick showing us why he's such an amazing Halbeso player, outplaying Lucky Rocks here on the tier 2 position, and able to assert map control back in his favor here with
Well,
Slav
you know, like
Halberdiers.
it didn't really have to make any army because it was Ovenka doing the army, right?
Yeah.
And so they just has switched the roles where like on Team Barles it was the more important player doing army, and on Team Villese it was the less important player doing army,
Yep.
like Paladin versus Halbeso. So this is what is holding Team Villese in the game, despite Dragonstar being initially so much behind Barles. Okay, so Villese is Organs and Halps, and Andre is gonna have Eldorado Eagles. I think he's gonna be able to clear this army super easily, actually. And they are actually cutting in the middle with the Paladins and the Eagles, so maybe they just want to kind of ignore Villese a little bit, maybe. And raid. Let's see.
Where will they get in though? Are you in the like what time are you? I'm 36 and a half, like almost 30.
Yeah, well, there is one
minutes,
layer
yeah.
of walls.
Wall,
Just,
yeah, there's one layer of walls. They still have to get through
Just
that though.
use the traps, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But they're going back. They will
So
defend the push
Slavs
from the
now
left side.
does have Josinia champions, and Siege Ram is being teched by Slavs now. Not sure what the reason for that is. Then
Andre is gonna completely brutalize this fight, I think.
let's see. Oh
They
boy,
have, because Eagles have bonus against the siege, and
That's
those
right.
are not elite organs.
those
so
are not elite. And he's gonna take out all the halberdiers. Take it.
Villese definitely
Arrowfire.
needs to tech into champion.
Yeah. Or hand cannon maybe even.
Well, you're probably... Yeah, he's kind of playing alone here, so if he plays
Yeah.
like Halberdier champion, it's probably better. He already has the upgrades.
And Ando here to clean up any remaining traps from Villese. And looks like they will easily push this back. And will they do a counter raid on Villese's trade eco that is being just set up now? Things not looking too good here for Team Villese on the left side of the flank, while we get a big battle here with Halbeso from Koreans on the right side of the flank here. Both pockets versus each other. Can we get some shots out, Dr. Nick? Let's see. Yep, big shots out on the back. Cleaning up.
Korean SO is now the edge they have. Like,
Yeah.
the SO is better than
Slav SO.
Slav SO, and he still has only onagers like Herox. He's opted for the siege ram first, and he's only doing SO now.
I think the goal is to try and clear up Dragon Star's like Reboom, which is in a
Yes.
bad position here. And a castle that's not going to go up for too long.
Barles
And
is gonna
looks like
play bomber towers
Ando is
instead of the
in now on the left side on Villese, and he's going to be
Yeah.
doing a counter raid on Villese
Yes.
team.
Andre playing like a beast here. Yeah, like Villese misplayed it with the losing the Vil fight initially, then not having the forward walls and opting for a castle drop that is like hopeless strategy because he can never get in, which set him up so much behind in eco. If he just went for a straight boom at the start, he would be equal with Andre, but he just has the Andre just has the superior eco, and he can flood him with the eagles.
He's
Like
going
there's
to
no way.
flood with Eagles and Paladins, and yeah.
There is no way Villese can stop this alone. He needs
Yeah,
help
he
from
definitely needs help from Ovenka, but Ovenka is busy helping on the other side with Dragonstar. Trying to stop the Turkish Bombard Tower push now, which is slow but super cancerous. So things looking not too good here for Team Villese.
I think Villese will die here on the left side. Like the
Yeah.
right side might be stabilized.
Yeah, with
Because
Halvaso is
they're like-
stable, but
yeah.
the left side is going to be really disaster.
If Enderin just sends all of his new paladins to the left side, they would destroy
Which he
Villese.
is. Chrissy, what you missed was Andre being a beast, adding elite Eldorado Eagles and clearing up all of Villese's non-elite organ gun push and Trebs, and now Anderen also helping him out on the left side and taking out Villese basically.
Andre doing a great castle on the left side in the trade line of Team Villese, and Barles also sending Vils there. He's just playing those towers.
Yep.
So, Barles doing like a big trade, probably Sling and towers. He's
yeah,
like
Barles stepping up to 28 trade cards with that, and for sure adding more here.
And he has 140 villagers adding more, so he's not gonna have any CA, he's just gonna play towers.
Barles' team is fully
everywhere.
popped, basically, with Nick's team going down to dropping pop significantly. This is game over, boys. 1-0 to Team Barles. They have no map control anymore.
Yeah, this is looking kind of over, actually. Villese dropping down to 70 pop. Like, Portuguese are one of the best saves at coming back. They can just add the Fatorias, but I don't know if that's long-term good. Especially they lost his base, and they also don't have Dragon Star base, so they don't really have any trade route for
Exactly, they don't have trade route, they don't have map control, and the Turkish Bombard Tower push is gonna be just so disastrous to deal with.
On both sides, just getting squeezed in, like, more and more. Yeah, and Dragonstar now, Elite Camel Archer, but what does that really achieve?
Not really achieve much, versus Turkish Bombard Cannon too.
The towers are just much more stronger.
They are in a total shambles. Portuguese, though, can still come back with Fatorias, potentially, but that doesn't look like Villese is keen on rebooming in a safe place anymore. His reboom is right in the battlefield, actually. I think perhaps he should go to Savvy School of Reboom here. Oh boy. This is looking very handily in Barles' team's hands now. Don't see a win condition out for Team Villese, especially without gold and trade.
Team Barles completely securing all parts of the map, like Barles getting good towers in the middle as well. Like completely killing any potential counter raid in their trade, which would be one way to come back, but Team Villese just doesn't have anything anywhere going for them at the moment. Like,
Don't see
like
a
they
win
would need
condition here.
all those camel archers from Dragonstar in the middle of the trade, killing all of it, right? And then maybe there is the GG call from Team Villese.
GG. What a brutality. 1-0. Let me change this to there we go. Wow. Brutal domination right from the middle edge with that easy wall defense here by Barles. And then
Like
that Mangonel shot by Lucky Rocks was huge as well to stop the archers. And
flanks on Team Barles definitely outperforming the flanks on Team Villese in this game, which
yep,
set the team up.
yep,
Lucky Rocks helping Barles was also good, and then Andorin having like a decent boom. He needed to have like much more production earlier. That was like his big mistake,
yeah.
but it was enough for the team to do the job.
Yeah, so you can see here, Endo getting up to 100 vills at minute 24. It's not bad at all, but Nick's obviously ahead. Nick got to 100 at about minute 23. So the pockets were definitely set up here to do the job for their teams. And Team Barles cruising into a game 1 win here over Team Villese.
Be right back.
Very, very well played by the damn Team Barles. No, first game Team Villese has lost in the tournament. I don't think that's true. They have lost before. It's Barles' team that hasn't lost a game yet. So they're now 10-0 in the tournament so far, looking extremely strong despite the lacking their team captain Manunes. So Barles doing the best he can to step into the shoes of Manunes here, who is out for a wedding on this glorious Saturday day in America. It's nice weather. We have 24 degrees, warm and sunny here down in San Diego, California. And I'm very excited to be going to Miami next week for some work and some fun. Take a little break from casting and from organizing Le Rage Forest tournament. Let's check game number 2 here and check the SIGs. Check back into the civs here. All right. Team Barles with the 1-0. On Team Villese. Let's take out Le Turks. We had Slavs, 2 top-tier civs here for Team Barles on the opening round. We went also with, I believe, Franks. And then 1 civ in the bottom tier, Mayans. Team Villese opening with Koreans. What did we have here? Portuguese. Berbers. And what was the first one again? The Huns. Huns are Huns. Huns are Huns indeed. So down of these 4 civs here from Team Villese to 4 to Barles. 1-0. Just a reminder, this is the second semifinal. The winner of this set goes on to play the grand final tomorrow. And I was told not to spoil the results of set number 1, so I will keep my mouth shut for those who are just tuning in. You can catch the VOD after the set is finished. So I will not spoil the first set result, Team Ganji versus Team Barles. Take a look at the playoff bracket too. So far, actually the group results also I'll show you guys while we wait here for game number 2 to start. Ganji Barles, Barles Villese, respecting, owning their respective opponents. Team Villese able to pull off a 3-2 win versus MBL here in the group stage, or sorry, in the playoff stage here in quarterfinals, and Barles 3-0ing Team Sato to make it out to the semifinals for their 10th game in the playoff in the tournament so far in a row that they have won. Barles team doing a great job versus Team Doubt with their first 3-0 of the tournament to get to the semis, and Ganji came forward against Andy here 3-2 into the semifinals. They are the seed 3 and 4. Barles seed team 5. Barles team seed 5 and Team Villese with their seed 11 punching above their weight here to make a spot in the final 4. As a reminder as well, the final 4 teams do get each a share of the prize pool. Gold gets 5,000, silver gets 2,500, bronze gets 1,500, and the 4th place gets $1,000. I wonder, is there a color that's associated with 4th place after bronze, or is it just gold, silver, bronze, and then 4th? Do you guys know in the chat? How come seed 1 is right out at the start? Yeah, seeds have been a little bit disastrous. I did do an exit survey of the players, and that has been the number one complaint is the lack of transparency of the seeding process. Capra, if you have a better suggestion, we'd love to hear it. I'm looking forward to hearing suggestions from the community and how we can improve the seeding. It's very hard to seed, which is why we had the group stage to decide the seeds here in the playoffs. Remember now that the results in the group stage is now, so the teams are reseeded after they get into the playoffs, and here are those seeds 1, 2, 3, 4, based on their win-loss rate in the group stage. So this is Group A's seeding here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and Group B seeding here as well. Imperial Place, 5,000. Castle Place. Oh, there you go. I like that. Eldritch Burrito. I like those prize denominations that you suggested here. And here are the Group B seedings for Rage Forest. Organized by win percentage. Well, not for Villese team because they won 2 sets in a row, so that's why they were seed 2. But yeah, this is how the group stage results have shaken out. So the teams have been restated now based on their performance in the group stage. Yeah, Somero team was your favorite team indeed. They were out in the group stage. All right, let's take a look at game number 2. Have we started?
1 minute to start, Williams.
All right, let's go, boys. Barles. Let's check these civs out here, shall we? Barles playing flank Japanese, and Andre going flank Italians here. Pocket Magyars and pocket Sicilians for the Halvaso. And Villese going for the flank Britain play here with Dragon flank Burmese.
Yeah, Dragonstar is like a sort of a monk player. When he plays closed maps, he loves to do those fast imps, so he should feel more comfortable with Burmese than with Berbers in the previous one, when he can at least like try to force that one TC fast imp with a correct map. But let's see.
Let's see
what the map allows us here. Team Barles will definitely pray for some lakes. They have 2 great water sieves with Japanese and Italians, and they actually get 2 lakes, but potentially for their pockets because they are quite far away from the flanks. And on the other hand, Team Villese has a lake for Villese on the flank, and then for one of the pockets in the middle.
Have you started the game? I'm still in the loading screen.
I did.
Interesting. Why my
53
game?
seconds. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't start for you, because just maybe try to load it again.
I'll just wait for 1 second. There we go. All right, perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, maybe a capture age takes longer to load. I don't know.
That was weird. But I have caught up to live now.
We've got Andre versus Villese in the Will fight again on the top side, and Andre with the edge again, like taking the crucial villager HP from Villese, and that means he has to send a third villager earlier, and he's still in a very, very bad spot. And also he has one villager at the bottom who's walling the bottom side, which can turn out to be a very good for Villese though, because he can wall off Andre's village, but he will do exactly the same on the right side. So they will both have vills on the other side of their wall.
Yeah.
And Andre actually behind now because the scouts from Ovenka and Vlese are ahead here.
Ahead here for
So
sure.
he's gonna fall behind. Yeah.
Andre is gonna be down 2 villagers. He's gonna have to bash down these walls here. Their scouts are on the other side of the wall. Where is Andre's scout? Andre's scout's dead. So
Yeah, so Andre is actually 8 pop versus Villese 10.
Yep.
And it's gonna be 2 villagers down. Which is gonna be quite huge.
At least he took both scouts with him though.
Yes, I think that's actually underrated. It means that Andorin can push all his deer, can do long bore lures without getting
without loom.
Which means if Ovenka wants to go for those boars, he needs to get loom, because I don't think he can do the Ganji long lure without loom by like doing those palisades. And also in the new patch, like it's sometimes kind of hard to de-aggro wildlife because they like the villagers just don't want to build those palisades. So yeah, I think like it's quite huge that Andre killed both of those scouts. He's gonna be behind though, for sure, right?
Yeah,
like
100% he's behind Villese here, who's already up 3 vills on him. And Barles here in the meanwhile taking a 1-0 eco KD lead onto Dragonstar, who's 5.
And look at the pop.
Look at the pop,
Dragonstar
13 to 8.
Pop versus 15. He's
oh my
double
goodness.
his. Dragonstar is completely dead.
Yep, one more time here where Barles has outshone Dragonstar, and he's trapped 2 villagers inside from Dragon with a 1 minute 45 idle second TC. So the pop difference is massive here for Barles already.
And man, Dragonstar is completely dead. Like
yeah,
Barles is basically untouched.
Yep.
Like he's ahead of Villese in overall pop.
Yep.
And Dragonstar is like super dead. That's not good start for Team Villese, who desperately need to make something happen being 1-0 down. So there are 2 vills from Dragonstar running around, and Team Barles doesn't have high HP scouts to deal with them. But
that's fine. He's gonna keep track of those vills, no problem at all.
Shouldn't be a problem for Barles. And you know,
6
if Dragonstar is just running away from them, if he meets any wolves, it's gonna be those 2
which he will soon. There are 2 wolves standing guard here on the forest tunnel.
Yeah.
Can he get out of here though? Let's see. There's a passage back to his base. There's no wolves in this. Oh, there's one wolf here. Sneaky little wolf hiding behind a tree. Let's see.
And he's gonna go for the low HP villager that is first.
Yep. That's true. The low HP villager is in the front. Oh boy.
And you can see like Andorin doing the long lure. I don't like that he made loom, but
the wolf aggro on the Barles villager somehow. And the Dragonstar was able to save the villagers. Wait a minute.
I think he de-aggroed it.
I'm gonna No. Oh, he did? I don't think so.
He had to.
No. Look. Here's the wolf. It goes, instead of going for this will, I don't understand why he goes for the blue will. What? What?
All right, so
okay, whatever. That is extremely weird. Fine. Just
so
AoE things, I guess, that we've known to come and love. So Venka with the forward wall on this side. Team Barles is not walled on this flank at all here. Endo with those
I like the
palisade.
play from Venka here. Yeah. Like he needed to get the loom anyway, right? To get for the boars.
Yeah.
Might as well wall, right? So that Nick can just safely fish boom and don't do anything here.
Yep. With the Ethiopians, pretty good. get that extra food, so you don't have to put as much on food as possible. You can go ham on the wood as he has with the 9 villagers on wood, and then also Villese here with the Britons in the
Oh, but
back.
Nick also got.
Loom.
Oh, Nick also lost scout, so he needed to get loom to get those boars.
Yeah.
And you can see he's long luring them and doing the Ganji
Yep.
palisades. But one boar actually
One
got
board
de-aggroed for
de-aggroed,
some
yeah, and he
reason.
went back. Just AoE things. Did Dragonstar lost Wolf after he walled? Oh, maybe he did. That's why he's down 2 now. Potentially he did. So he's down 2 minutes idle TC time, 21 pop to Barles' 25, and he's already up. Does Barles push this, or he just keeps going fast castle here?
Well,
I think,
Barles definitely fast castling.
yeah,
I've never seen him do a feudal
tower,
rush
yeah.
when like he doesn't need to do it usually. Oh, there's gonna
Ooh,
be a wolf in the
Wolf
middle
here, yeah.
fighting.
That's fine.
Can he get it? I think he will.
Yeah, I think he will.
Yeah.
Yep, easy. Easy. Easy puntos, bro. This is Barles you're talking about. Fuck that
Barles
wolf.
doing a lot of walling for his team.
Yep,
And he's gonna fast castle this market blacksmith for sure.
yep, yep.
He's not on stone though, so does that mean he's doing a monk rush from this, or first adding
possible.
TCs and then stone walling?
It's possible that he
But,
does a monk rush because Dragon is so far behind. He's not going to be, even though he's a monk type player with Burmese, he's going 4 on goal. So I feel like he will
I
do
think
monk
Barles
rush.
will opt for just boom because like you don't want to give Dragonstar the opportunity to go for what he wanted to at the start, I would
Yeah.
say.
All right,
And he has
Andre,
the forward wall,
meanwhile,
so
on the top is pushing with Tower Man at Arm here. Try to reclaim some of the map here versus Italians, who is going for a castle drop.
yeah, I think Andre might play like Man at Arms into Fast Imp potentially. I think that's like what he loves to do. Is he's gonna reclaim a portion of the map, not too much, but it means he's at least slowing Villese down a little bit, forcing him to the tower as well.
Yeah,
But
because you
he's
want to
versus
defend the
Pod,
gold
like,
here, right? So he's defending the main gold.
I would say actually it could be a slightly underreaction from Villese here. Like I would prefer to just wall and don't do the tower. Now he's kind of doing the tower and he's gonna be stuck in a tower war. Might even lose a villager building the tower.
Nope, no bills lost.
Yeah, I think this is good for Andre to be fair, like because this means Villese will not have the clean fast castle. If he just stonewalled, he would have a like perfect fast castle, so he would be in a better spot.
Ooh, this is a
Now
misplay by Andre,
actually,
who's gonna now easily stonewall this side here on the left. Villese will, no problem.
I think Andre is overall satisfied with the rush.
We're going monks. Looks like we have 9 on gold from Japanese here on the flank, and it looks like
Ooh.
we are going monks here after all for Barles on the other side.
I don't like it. Like Dragonstar has already a stone wall here.
Yep. And he's upping to Castle himself, who was also 9 on gold for his own monks. So this is going to be like a proper monk war on Le Flank. Unless Barles is going to buy everything. Maybe. I don't think so, though. With 9 on gold, you go for monks, right? That's the play, usually?
Yes. Yeah, you do.
Yep. There's the monasteries now. There's the workshop.
Yeah, workshop before Vils. Okay. He just wants to be fast.
Yep. He wants to get as much HP off these feudal age walls as possible, right? Oh, Andre with the second tower now. Coming up. They've defeated the first tower.
That's good. That's Andre is making himself useful here.
Yeah, but he's in deep. He's gonna be stuck in the feudal age while Villese is already halfway to castle.
Yeah, I think he will, like Andre is setting himself up for fasting from this.
Yeah.
Especially versus Britons. Like this is the perfect way to play Italians. Like ideally you would not want to do this, but if he's so much behind, maybe it's the right way.
Ooh, Barles adding a TC now, not a monastery.
Barles is never going all in. Like
yeah.
Dragonstar will do, I guess, his own workshop and monastery
Yep.
and stay 1 TC. I think that's the right play too. Okay, opening 2 monasteries. I like it. 3 monasteries. Oh, maybe a
Nice.
little bit too much, I would say.
And
He's
Stonewall.
overreacting.
Samara,
But it's
does the
fine. Like,
relic always shine in capture age for you like this? It's like as if it's doing a technology upgrade. It's the first time I've seen it just always shining. Anyway, small point. I guess they always
maybe
shine.
they have some mod. Like I have a different relic mod. My relic has like a star on top of it.
Oh, so it like
The relic.
to highlight it a little bit more obviously in the map.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. So double mangonel here by Barles. No monastery of his own, and he is going to add a third TC on that forward stone instead.
Dragonstar will be 4 monasteries. Full monks.
Interesting.
Probably gonna try to fast imp at some point. But he can never get in on Barles because Barles has a tower
So,
and
Villese opting for a castle drop, obviously, on the forward, but if Italians goes F5 from this,
well,
I'm not
he's
sure.
he's 4 on stone with 17 stone in the bank. There is potential for Villese to get in if he like commits a little bit. Like get fletching, get Bodkin. He should be. He's fletching. He should be getting Bodkin. So he denies the walls as much and runs in with Longboom, and it will completely shut down the fast imp.
T
Andre is
West,
already
thank you for the
preparing, like,
raid. Really appreciate it, amigo. Much love. We are in game number 2 of Barles Villese, semifinal number 2. Hope you had a good stream, man. Much love. Sorry, go ahead, man. Samaro.
Oh, yeah, I was saying that Andre is already preparing like a secondary layer of stone walls in his base, expecting Villese to get in, but Villese a second time in a row just doing like a castle and not really committing to the push, which
Yeah, he's adding TCs in the back instead with the Britons,
don't
which are
think it's
cheaper,
necessarily the right play.
but he might still be faster to imp. Maybe. Let's see. Andre doesn't have an FI economy here, or
No,
FI res.
well,
FI
he has
res.
10 on stone, so he
Yep.
definitely wants his own castle, and I do think he wants to. Yeah, he's adding more farms even, which he wouldn't be. He wants to stay 1 TC.
So, meanwhile, Barles here doing a tower defense versus these monks. Is he upping to guard tower though? Is the question. I don't think so.
Well, not yet.
Lucky
He
Rock's
doesn't need
supporting
to.
with a monastery and a workshop of his own, but I think those are just his up
That's
buildings.
upping buildings, probably.
Yeah. TTV Zarko. Nice, with your stock chart emoji. That's funny. Yeah, Andre's gonna be a while till he gets up to imp here. Villese not really doing anything with this push at all. Maybe 1 long, 2 longbows.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like a game where Dragonstar is gonna be super behind, but also Andre will be super behind, both stuck on doing monks
Yeah.
at some point, and Villese and Barles will be ahead of them quite significantly. So it's gonna be mainly about the pockets, I would say, and checking the booms. Andorin did quite a decent boom. He's already up to imp, and same for Lucky Rocks, who has even better boom. And comparable to Nick. So Team Barles ahead in pockets because Ovenka was the only pocket before the lake, and he needed to wall, so he's obviously behind.
Yeah, but he's Persians though, so you know, with the faster TCs.
So let's see if he's gonna be able to catch up to Andorin like he did in game 1.
Yep.
Where is gonna Ando go for his stables is the question. So it looks like Lucky Rocks wants to push on the Barles side, but Ando, I don't see any stables for him. I see 1 stable at his base. That's kind of weird, maybe for upgrades. And then he's mainly preparing on the Andre side.
Yep. So it looks like they're both gonna fight each other here on both sides of the flank. Not trying to do any sort of major push, but Barles is basically 2x the villagers of Dragon, so he's far more ahead, and Dragon hasn't got any sort of map control yet, despite the 4 monastery opening.
And he's not up to Imp.
No, he's not even close to Imp, and he's still staying on Montes.
Andre is at least up to Imp, which is something going on for Team Barles
Yep.
here, in comparison, right?
Question is, will Nick be fast enough with his Halbaso to fight the early rush Paladin from Endo? Let's see.
Venka preparing the stables in the middle next to the lake from Nick, so he's gonna be similarly far away from both sides, being able to contribute.
Yep.
And I really like Nick going on both sides actually, because he has Onager on Andre's side as well.
Mm-hmm.
So potentially they can cut in here.
Villese going up to Imp as well, but may potentially lose the Treb War to Italians here.
Well, he probably will lose the castle that he did forward, but he can maybe repair it, do Warwolf, and then win.
And Warwolf and win, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But we'll see how it turns out.
He's again 2x the pop of Andre here.
Yeah.
Both
and
captains
Dragons
ahead
are
of their
axing
respective
the
flags.
rush from Lucky Rocks on the bottom side, so they know where he's cutting it, an outpost there.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick
Nick
needs
preparing
to
a
defend
cut
this.
here on the left side, on the right side, I mean.
Yeah, Nick should probably just defend here, and they should utilize their advantage on Villese's side.
All right, so here comes the first cut by Lucky Rocks.
And there's gonna be surgeons from Lucky Rock, so now he has the monk resistance on his pikemen, and he has those surgeons to fight the halps from Nick. And Nick is so now what does Nick do? He needs to get fully upgraded SO, and then the halp mass in front and snipe the surgeons. Because he doesn't have really like a good unit that he can make. Like shuttles are not great. So he needs to play full halps and just use the advantage with the better SO comparable to Sicilians when he has the worst infantry.
Okay, so Nick
Because
also trying for a cut on the top side so he can help Ovenka get in.
Yes. So Andorin will have to defend 2 here because Ovenka is at the top and Villese fully boomed is at the top. And Villese is ahead of like Barles in comparison because of the lake. So I think the push at the top side for Team Villese is
looking
actually
really
gonna
strong.
be stronger
Yep.
than for Team Barles at the bottom.
Oh no, I don't like this dive on the Onagers. No.
I think Andon needs to wait and get the good mass.
To wait a good mass for sure. Because if he has a big mass, he can clean both the longbows and the paladin. And Villese doing exactly as you predicted with the full repair on that forward castle.
He's not getting Warwolf, but he's
just massing
gonna
traps.
commit to repairing it. I'm actually not a big fan of it. Like, he's repairing it versus 3 traps. You should just give it up. Like,
yeah, he's giving
because
it up
you can
now.
get another castle in a better location and not burn out all your stone on this one that you will lose anyway. Yeah, so Andorin running in with the paladins, trying to snipe in, but
I don't like it at all. I don't like all this. He lost like 70 paladin just to snipe SO and to snipe Trebs, but...
And there's also Nick with couple helps, so Nick playing really, really decent here.
Yeah.
While somehow holding at the right side.
Yeah. Versus the Sergeants, and now the slow cancerous Japanese Yasama push.
Okay, so... Condottiers from Barles, that's a really cheap and really good option here. To kill what Nick has there. So potentially, like, they can actually like swing the bottom side quite fast now.
Yep, because with the condos and towers.
Nick only really has like 4 BBCs and 4 onagers, nothing else. Like, he's doing show tells now, couple, but that's not good enough. Yeah, that's gonna be a base trade here, depending how fast can Villese push in comparison to the Japanese push. Like, both saves are on the slower side when it comes to pushing. And Villese had like a head start here, so we'll see how it goes.
It's a really close game so far, boys. Really close. 3-0 coming in again. Oh boy. I don't know about that. This is if Villese and Endo push here. Sorry, if
Good. What
Villese
is
and
good
Ovenka
for
push
both
here.
teams is that they don't need those flank bases
Yeah,
for
for
good
trading.
trade. So Team Barles can trade from Andorin to Barles, and same for Team
Yep.
Villese from Nick to the lake where Villese had that nice fish boom going on.
Okay, so Endo's housed now with 40 paladins. Can he take this engagement? I don't think so. Ovenka has 62 paladin here, and with a bunch of longbows. So, are they elite yet? Yeah, elite with upgrades. So this is going to be really tough for Endo to hold this. But looks like they are going straight towards Nick's castle here with the condo play. Really like it. We've got full SO already by Endo. I mean, by Lucky Rocks. And this is going to be a close one, boys. Burmese trying to convert a few SO. He got one conversion.
Yeah, it's very hard because he has like a faith because of the first
Yeah.
crusade. And I think what like Barles needs to be pushing really hard because they can actually not fight Britons. Like the Briton is the strongest civ now
Yep.
in the game, and nobody can really fight the big mass of the longbowmen with paladins here.
Need a little
So
bit
the only
better
chance
army
for Team
control by
Barles
Lucky
here
Rocks, yeah.
to win this is to push fast at the bottom and deny the trade line.
Correct.
Or let's say, or get to the lake from like Nick and into Ovenka's base.
Ovenka doing a good
kind
job
of,
though because of the paladin. He sniped 5 SOs for free here from Lucky Rocks, who didn't have the best army control at that moment. And Ovenka also helping on the south side to Nick to try and hold it off while
the
fully
difference
pushing.
is that Ovenka is a little bit at the bottom as well, while having presence at the left
big
side.
presence on the left, but Andorin
And
is not.
Andorin only has that army on the left, and he's still not popped on 200.
Yep.
And he should be slinging much more. He has 3k food.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure Barles could use that food for like a big spam.
Yeah, Team Barles really missing Menunez here on this fight here.
Barles with a decent push on the right side towards Nick Eco though. Like the tower creep is very
Tower
hard
creep
to
is real.
stop.
And there's a cut now directly into trade. Oh boy, they see it now. They're flaring it.
The Villese push is too slow. They don't have any siege to cut
Much
in.
love, Dave. Thank you for the raid. Welcome to the chat. We are in game number 2 of Rage Forest semi-final number 2. The winner of this set goes on to the finals, which is tomorrow, 16 GMT. I hope you had a good stream, Dave, amigo. Welcome, guys. Welcome. This has been quite a banger. It's a close game. It's basically a base race now. Both flanks are dead on each side. We are pushing with the longbow paladin.
Villese needs to hurry up. Like he needs to, I don't know, delete some vills, get more army, get onagers or whatever.
Where did Ovenka's paladins go? Are they all going to fight? They're fighting on the south side.
He's rotating to the bottom because Nick's base is in big danger.
Yep.
And that's not how they should approach it.
They should just fight and kill Endo.
The top.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, Nick sacrificed himself a little bit by helping the other side open.
Yeah.
And they didn't use it well. They just cleared Andre's base and then they are stuck for like 10 to 15 minutes. They're already not pushing anything really.
They're not really pushing anything, but Ovenka should be able to clean all of this up though, no problem, and just buy them just a little bit more time before
I don't think he can
push
like,
2v1.
There is a lot of towers that Barles is gonna get a castle perhaps
that's
there.
60 paladin, that'll clean everything here. I mean, they can clean the halbs as well. They do have towers though, that's the main thing. They need trebs, you're right. They need siege to push this back, but the paladins will do a good job cleaning up all of the siege and halb push here by the
But the middle push, like the main danger is at the right now, not in the middle. And like they just by trading the paladins, you don't actually achieve anything for Team Ovenka. Like Villese, like he's just stalling this instead of actually pushing. With Villese.
Ando's here now too with his own paladins to fight
Yes.
alongside, and that is going to be the deciding factor probably here. While Barles' Japanese Yasama and Castle push will break into Nick's base. And are we looking at a 2-0 now by Team Barles?
I think they cannot stop the Barles push. And I think Villese is a little bit too slow.
Too slow on the Britain's push, yeah. He's adding halves of his own to fight the Ando Paladin.
Now what's gonna be crucial is Andorin repairing his castle and his base
Yep.
forever. Like they literally need to like burn 2k stone on that castle to hold it. He's getting a new one. I would rather repair, I think, and get a big portion of paladins at his home base. And I think Barles and Lucky Road can now push on their own on the right side. I'm actually surprised that Nick is such a high pop when they're kind of in his base already. But I guess that's because all his food eco is in the ponds.
Yeah, exactly.
Safely in the back.
He's got a nice little safe lake here in the middle. Sag, EFEM doesn't work here. I wonder what that is. I'm not sure. Someone needs to entertain or enlighten me, please, from Dave's stream. All of Dave's lovers. Please don't ask, okay? Oh. Alright.
Nick is actually doing elite show tells, but not a big fan.
Versus the
honestly,
condos, maybe, because they're faster, they can kill
Yeah, but those are
halberdiers.
Japanese condotieros.
Yeah.
And they're so fragile, like the towers completely brutalize them.
Yep.
Barles is missing chemistry, by the way.
Barles
Could
missing
be-
chemistry, alright, so that's going to be a little bit of a slower push. And also a big mass of trebs, right? You want that big Katapuruto treb mass here to push fast for the Japanese
Yeah,
death
maybe
ball.
more than 2 would be nice, but he's popped, so he cannot get the thread mass going. I guess he should delete some villas. He's 142.
Where is he? Yeah, I'm wondering where his pop is. 33 army, so he's still kind of like... actually, he's housed. He's not popped, he's housed.
And he's 200 popped.
And look at this side. On the right side, they're fully pushed back with the SO from Lucky Rocks, as well as some light cav and some Paladin
skirms from
Ando.
Andre now.
Yep, skirms from Mayans, or sorry, Italians.
Italian.
But
Italian
Ovenka
skirm.
doing a pretty decent job cleaning up all the siege from Barles here.
Yeah, but do they have anything to push the towers back?
Not yet,
really,
not
right?
yet.
Yeah, the Yasama towers will completely massacre.
7 trebs being massed here by Ethiopians to push this back here.
Yeah.
That damn code is going to end on my headstone.
Man, if actually Barles had chemistry, would be so
So,
much bigger.
I want to
damage
give a
output.
quick summary here for those of you guys who are new to the channel. The casters are me, Williams, and Romero, who was also captain in the tournament himself. We have, this is called Rage Forest. This is the most competitive Black Forest team game tournament in the world. 16 captains picked from 100 players in a unique snake draft format to make their teams. And we are now in the semi-final stage after an intense group stage that featured a double elimination format for to get them into the playoffs. So this is now semi-final number 2 of the playoffs, and Barles' team is up 1-0 in game 2 of semi-final 2. The finals are tomorrow, so if you guys want to stick around and tune in, you can tune in tomorrow for the grand final starting at 16 GMT for the bronze match. So that's the summary. Much love. Do you see a bit bada boom here on the longbows? Did I see that?
That was a big
Oh,
one. Yeah.
let's see, let's see.
I think Villese had dropped from like 200 pop to 150.
How many are these longbows? Yeah. Oh boy, 23 longbows and bam. Let's see, let's see. Let's see. Here comes the Slav, or not the Slav SO, the Sicilian SO, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, and.
The lack of chemistry is actually hurting Barles so much because the towers would be doing much more damage.
Yeah.
But it's still very hard for Team Villese to push the towers back. Finally, Nick have some traps at the
Yeah,
bottom.
he added
so
a bunch of traps, right? So
they
he
might
can push this
clear
back.
a little bit. And Dragonstar finally getting into the game, but he still doesn't have any trade, and he wants to go champions. Like he needs to add the trade first, I think.
Yeah, let's see how much gold he's sitting on. Nope, nothing at all. He can add at least halberdiers himself too, right? Burmese with the +7 halberdiers. They can do well versus Sicilian halbs at least. And Villese with the slow keep longbow halb push with the trebs. He is again versus 2 players.
Yeah, he's kind of alone here versus everyone except Barles. So
Yeah, he's versus 3 actually.
that's the power of the Britons.
In the hands of a top tier player like Villese, it is going to be tough for them. They're actually doing a great job pushing.
I think Barles actually switched the attention from the right side to the middle now, and the tower push is going closer and closer to the lake from Nick.
Ooh,
and,
that's true. Nick with the shuttles, trying to fight the traps down. And Team Barles looking in a decent position, although it's kind of a stalemate now with Villese slowly creeping in.
Like, yeah, they really need to push back Villese with some siege rams or something, because he's so close to their trade. It's very dangerous. Like one big paladin swing from Ovenka
will completely dominate this side. Ovenka just needs to send a little bit more help here, paladins, and I think they can actually do a decent job with the push. Nick is here, by the way, with an SO of his own. Yeah, and even SO by Nick actually would be huge here.
Yeah, I think they, like, Italians or Magyars, they don't get
siege engineers.
Ram.
Or sorry, Ram, yeah, siege Ram.
Even capped Rams would probably be like good versus the longbowman mass if there is not many SOs on the way, just to tank.
Yep. Alright, so Nick has pushed off all the towers in his base now, and he is going a reverse push on to Barles. This is a good chance for Ovenka to switch focus now and help Villese with the push. Like, just 15 Paladin would help so much here, honestly.
That's completely true, but the problem is that they're still defending the push in the middle. And if Ovenka is not here for a moment, it could turn into complete disaster, and Barles could get his towers in their trade, which would definitely be complete disaster here.
No, I think they've stabilized. The middle and the south push are stopped now. Time for Ovenka to switch here when he sees the paladins from Endo. Ooh, will he get another big bada boom by the SO? Nope, the longbows are going comfortably back, and no problem. Nick able to get some SO shots out though instead, and Endo diving. I don't like this dive, by the way. I'm not sure why he's diving.
It's fine. If they have enough siege to clear the keeps, it's basically any meter he gains is good for them.
Yeah. Again, would love to see. Okay, now Ovenka switching still Paladin on the other side. I'm not sure why. They've claimed the towers in the middle, and Ovenka now full pushing on the south. I would have liked to see this Ovenka here. Honestly, that could have changed the game. That could have turned the tide for Team Villese.
The problem is he has his production is quite far. It is the production in the middle, so I think they
no, but even the production he has here is going back south. He has some production here.
Yeah, he has like one stable amigo. That's fine. And the one stable production at the top wouldn't achieve anything.
Yeah.
We just always run forward and die. So I think it's correct play from Team Villese to push the middle, because that's the imminent threat. If they lose they lose their trade line and they're dead.
Well, they seem to have stabilized it big time though.
Well, because all of them are playing there, right? Except for Villese, so it was a correct play. If they weren't playing there, like maybe they would already be dead. So who knows?
Who knows? Yeah, it's tough to make these decisions in game for sure. Yeah, Dragonstar has been struggling the tournament for sure. He's an Arabia specialist, not a Black Forest specialist, so it is tough for him to play in these types of situations. Absolutely. Villese doing a beast of a job versus 3 players basically here on his own. There's a flare now by Lucky Rocks and Endo going in for a potential raid again down the middle. Ovenka trying to wall this. Trying to maybe stop a flood of paladins coming down the mid.
I think Barles is a little bit too stubborn with the help play. I think he needs to switch into champs. Because they are facing
Burmese
some
champs now.
and some showtels.
Shokels, yeah.
If he gets his own champs going, that would actually be quite good. Because they are also good versus the paladins, since it's Japanese champions.
All right, Ovenka finally adding some paladin here on the left side of the flank to help with the Villese push, and Barles also adding his own Yasama towers too to help out. And this may be changing the fate here for Team Villese if they add Siege Onager and Paladin now that they've stabilized the middle, like.
This is gonna be a long game.
Yeah,
I think.
absolutely, it's gonna be a long
I'm
game.
already checking the stone price, and it's close to 300. So
wow, 300 stone already at 60-minute mark.
Barles will definitely be buying a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I think so will Villese because he was doing some keeps as well.
What is their trade numbers looking like? Let's check a look. Team Villese actually has a lot more trade than Team Barles, so they are going playing for this full game. And Ovenka has 72 trade cards for Infinite Paladin.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit too much because he's floating a lot of res, but then again he could probably sling some others. And the pop are looking very healthy for everyone on Team Villese.
Yep. They are full
While
pop basically.
Team Barles is struggling here and there, especially Andre and Andorin
Yep.
are struggling with their pop because they're fighting Britons, and
Yeah.
that's so hard.
So now
I
that
don't think-
Ovenka has switched here, looks like they are going to be doing a full push with the Werewolf Trebs. And Team Barles now on the back foot suddenly.
Yeah, Andre cannot play skirmishers, he needs to play Arbalest even if he has less range. Because he needs to help versus the paladins as well. The skirms are not doing much. And what's really bad is for Team Barles that the one thing they had going for them, the Barles and Lucky Rocks push in the middle,
Yeah, got
is kind of
completely
stabilized.
stalled. Yeah. And Dragonstar is back in the game now fully with Burmese champs. So
Yes.
looks like we are going to see a push back now from the damn Nick and the damn Dragon down the middle. Meanwhile, the push on the top is looking really scary. Paladin longbow.
Yeah. Will this
into
be the first loss of Team
It
Barles?
could.
Let's
It's
see.
looking like it potentially going into this late game. I do favor the Britons. I mean, Villese did an incredible job with the Britons alone here for against 3 for the longest time. And once Ovenka switched, once they stabilized the middle, they
Yes.
are now able to snowball this into like a really dangerous push. Like I was saying, all he needed was like 15-20 Paladin from Ovenka, and this push is looking all of a sudden like the GG push.
And since they stabilize the middle, they can
now
send them to the top.
Refocus fully, yeah.
I don't see how they can stop the Britons long term. Oh, big
They've
shots
deleted
from
the
Nick
markets
on
now.
the long bows from Villese. Oh my god, he killed like 30
Oh
of them
no,
actually.
yeah, he killed his own. Like a lot of friendly fire against the workshops for some reason. Ay, ay, ay,
the,
Nick.
the torsion engines.
Yeah, torsion
go and
engine
get it.
splash damage. Shit, they've deleted the markets now. They're gonna be trading back from the back of Endo's base a little bit now. Ooh, big Paladin surround sound coming in from Endo on the longbows and the Trebs. Holy shit, can we clear the Trebs out now with
Yeah,
this dive?
Yeah, they can stall it by always doing a push like this and killing the traps.
Yeah.
Like what would be the nail in the coffin is if they get some halps, onagers going from Nick there as well.
Yep.
In front. Like I think Villese should commit more into towers. Buy that stone and
What's the
do
stone
what
price now?
Barles
We're
did.
approaching the 70-minute mark here.
It's didn't cross 300 yet. It's 200
200 still. Okay, not too bad. I've seen stone as high as 600 in Black Forest games and competitive games before.
That's a long way to go, but
Yeah. So Italians now adding some Genbo to the mix, but
yeah,
no real
Barles
match
team
for.
actually calling it.
Wow,
Very nice
GG.
from Team Villese here.
Very well played.
Yeah,
Team Villese handing Team Barles their first loss in the tournament. Unbelievable. GG, boys. Wow.
yeah, Villese playing strong, and when he plays strong, Team Villese is looking quite different all of a sudden. Like
Mm-hmm.
in game one, he kind of killed himself, but this time, like playing to full potential with Britons, made his team win here, despite Dragonstar initially failing in the Will War against Barles. But since Barles didn't have a lake and Villese did, like the push on the top side proved to be stronger than what Barles could achieve at the bottom.
Wow, what an incredible performance here by Team Villese in game number 2. And with the Britain push, that was some very, very top tier play here by Villese. Notably, why he is one of the best Black Forest players in the world as well. Holding the flag of Finland high for BF dominance. But was that an early GG, or do you think there was just no win condition here from this point for Team Barles, you think?
Well, they don't have the sieves to hold the left side at all.
Yep,
Like
exactly.
Italians and Magyars cannot do anything at this point. And since the right push is stalled or even pushed back, it's just a safe loss at this point. I would say. Like
Absolutely.
Japanese is the only really strong civ,
Mm-hmm.
and like Sicilians get SO, but only generic SO, and like Ethiopians are better at this stage now. If they can go like full SO as well with the torsion engines.
Yep.
And definitely it's Britons. Like you can see Villese being miles ahead of everyone else.
Yeah, let's
The
check some
KD and
KD
stuff.
here. Amazing performance here. Britain's 806
83,
by the
83 army, but he
yeah
was he was fighting alone the whole time.
alone.
You have to
Yep.
remember this. Like imagine if he had a buffer in front of him
Yeah.
and never lost his army.
Very very well played there by Team Villese. Brutal domination for their first loss that Team Barles has faced in the tournament so far. 10-1. And we are tied up here, boys, in the semifinal 2 for Rage Forest 4. Let's see now. Game 3. This is the psychologically important game 3 as we've seen in every playoff set so far. And let's take a look at the civs now and see where we're at. What can we do now? If your team Barles, how are you thinking about the civ positions and picks here in game number 3, Somero?
Let's see.
So we're down Japanese, down Italians, and Magyars. And then the fourth civ they had was the Sicilians, I believe.
I think so.
Yep. So now you're down 3 top tier civs, and you have 4 left.
But same for Team Villese.
Yeah.
Britons, Ethiopians,
That's correct.
Burmese, and
Persians
Persians.
and Burmese. So what's left on Villese team is Aztec. You think did they go for Aztecs, and is this the time to play Teutons? It's just a matter of who blinks first, right?
Well, like you wanna wait with Aztecs until Teutons are played, but if you wait
Too long, yeah.
forever, you will end up playing them in the last game. So
Yeah.
I would still be patient with Aztecs, and I probably play them in game 4.
Okay.
If you didn't play them in game 1 or game 2, where I think it's better to play them, like you should play them earlier.
Yep.
Because the chance that you face Teutons is the lowest. With each passing game, if the Teutons remain there, like the chance is increasing that you face them. So now, when you didn't play them in the first 2 games, just be patient and wait.
Yeah. So is this the game we see Lithuanians for Villese?
I don't think they really have like a good Lithuanians player on their team. I'm not sure why they prioritize Lithuanians so high.
Despite
like you
the
wanted to
nerf,
get
yeah.
to Dragonstar, and well, I think they're better than they were before.
Yeah.
But I don't think like that they should draft them so high. Let's say for Dragonstar.
Is it for Dragon or is it for Villese played them in the last sets, I believe. So
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be for Villese, not for Dragon.
Yeah, I guess so, but he's also not the Will War type of player. I'm surprised they picked them so high. But
Yeah.
let's see. Maybe Vlesa will prove me wrong and prove to be the professional Lithuanian player.
Captain Cookie says I'd play Bohemians, Teutons, Burgundians, and Vikings. Interesting. Okay, taking out all your top civs in game 3 already. That
Yeah,
would
but
be
that would be not good.
yeah. That would be pretty hardcore going all in game 3 when we have a full set left to go. So this is going to be a little bit tricky now. We shall see what they go up with. So yeah, it's a best of 5 for sure.
I think especially pairing Teutons and Bohemians together is not great because they're both weak versus Mongols in line. So if you I would pair Bohemians with Celts maybe.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's see. Just a reminder for everyone who has joined us, we are, let me show you the playoff bracket so far, how we got here on the road to the semis. Team Barles was able to brutalize Team Sato here 3-0 in the quarterfinals, and Team Villese had a hard-fought 3-2 set versus Team MBL to get here to the semifinals. And on the right side of the bracket, Team Barles getting a 3-0 to Team Doubt to get their spot, and Team Ganji fought a brutally hard set versus Team Andy 3-2 to make it to the grand finals here. And we also had a group stage bracket, and here are the results of that group stage. We got a 6-0 from Team Barles on Group A for Seed 1. Doubt,
Looks
MBL,
like they're
and
in
Ganji.
the last game, so time to 14 Williams.
All right,
And
we have started
this
game
time we
3.
have Dragon Star versus Andre, so there's gonna be a switch.
Okay.
And we're gonna have the captains face each other.
Ooh, I like that. Captain v Captain. Let's go.
Maybe Barles Bohemians versus Villese Hindustani on the flank and Villese with a lake. And on the other side, it's gonna be Andre versus Dragonstar and Andre with a lake. So, I think it will probably depend on who can use the lake better on the flanks and gain an advantage over the other guy.
No protracted will fighting going on. All right.
Everyone playing quite safe this game. Andre even aimed for like a defensive walls even at the start.
Yep.
He just wants to protect the lake. There was potential for Barles to maybe contest the juicy boars in the middle. But looks like Villese will get the wall here, and that means lake and so many boars. That would be quite nice.
That'd be really, really nice for Villese, actually.
So that would mean that Barles doesn't have any extra resources. Yeah. The middle is also kinda easily wallable. And Andre is gonna secure his passage, and then I guess it's gonna be on Barles to wall the middle here.
I don't get this wall
Actually,
here by
Villese is doing some
weird wall, right? In the middle?
I understand what he's trying to achieve. So he wants to fully wall this passage so that the other guy
The other
doesn't
guy
have to
doesn't
wall
have to
the
wall.
middle.
Nick doesn't have
But
to wall anything.
on the other hand, like it's quite easy to
Break
here, and then the
Yeah.
middle passage is open anyway. So, and it's also super risky. Like if the scouts run in now and kill the villager
Yep.
or something, like I would probably just wall my gap and let the pocket deal with it a little
I
bit.
think Barles is going to look at this map as a place to potentially push, maybe. But there's a long tunnel, so
it's a long way.
Yeah. It's kind of an unfortunate map gen here for Team Barles to do some very heavy aggression. So it looks like they will
If I'm
play
doing
safe.
the wall like this and I'm Villese, he has to leave the villager forward on a
Yep.
lumber camp or something. Like, you cannot just go back and leave one layer of palisades here. So what I really don't like is his forward lumber camp on the
On this side,
left
yeah.
wall.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
I would prefer the lumber camp to be here.
In the middle instead. But looks like the wall maps, the battle lines have been drawn here, and I like the fact that Burgundians is going to get this lake, which is the right play, I think, as Bengalis probably wants to do some monk pressure into Dragon, who is the Incas. Incas with a pretty good monk tree as well. You know, they can
Yeah,
hold
but
a candle.
they cannot monk crush because they would face the same issue that Valas did versus
Yep, no
Ganji.
atonement.
So it's more like Dragonstar will just boom and potentially defend with eagles.
Or a castle, potentially.
Yeah.
Let's see.
A castle doesn't make much sense because that's just asking
Oh, wait a
to
minute.
get fast imp then.
Andre was able to smash down the wall and no response from Dragon. I don't think he sees it. Ho ho. I guess he missed it completely. Or no, he
That
sees
would
it
be...
now. He's going now.
There was a hole!
Oh, there was a hole he chopped through from a straggler.
No, there was I think it was just a hole.
Oh shit. Let me go.
That's
Let me
quite
rewind
huge
here.
for Andre.
Did he? How is this not walled? What? Oh,
I
because it
think
was his own wall. It was Andre's wall.
Dragonstar
Ah.
assumed those are his walls.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
this is perfect for Andre to monk crush now.
Yeah. Interesting.
Just a perfect situation, like Castle Age monk crush, and then your Bengalis you can boom behind or you can fast imp, and this
Yep.
is perfect for Andre's playstyle, and it would be a spot to have initiative on the team, and then you can have like just Barles get going on his 1v1 versus Villese.
All right, Barles taking initiative now, putting up a
Oh,
Minaram tower push. So because I think he sees the
Barles
lumber
is doing
camp.
Manatram's tower. Oh, I don't
That's
like it at all. No,
not at all, eh?
it's
Villese is
versus guy
almost
versus
up.
a lake. Is he falling into the same trap Andre did in the previous game? Yeah. I
Archery
don't-
range, so not
don't
man at
like
arms, so
it.
just an archery range tower. Interesting. Can he break though? Is the question.
It's already kind of a fail, I would
Kind
say.
of a fail, right? Yeah, he's not gonna break anytime soon. Double palisade up for Villese, who will then defend with his own tower easily.
You just go back and you make don't make a tower in range, please, Villese, again. Like, I would really hate that. Yeah, make it outside.
Yeah, he's outside range. Perfect. Perfect defense here by Villese.
Because, well, Barles will read the tower. This is like an Arabia approach, but on Black Forest, you just stonewall, you ignore this, because if you do this, you're dragged into what the other guy is trying to achieve. Like,
Yeah.
and Barles will have the archers, so now Villese needs to commit with the Vills inside compared to just archers inside.
Yep.
Which will, like, the difference between them will be smaller. Because Villese either has to lose the tower fight or idle the Villas inside while Barles doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like Villese just wants to like abandon the tower,
Yep.
and Barles will just put archers in there to
going for a
gain
mill in the
ground.
middle, I think, to take all these juicy boar and
Yeah, I
get
don't
up
mind
as
it.
fast as as fast as he can to the FC position here. It's not too bad. Andre, meanwhile, 3 on stone. Is this gonna be a castle drop?
It's a past imp.
No, it's an FI.
I would say Monk Rush into Castle Drop later or something. Like,
Oh, it's a lumber camp, not a mill. So he's just gonna long lure the boar here.
ooh, okay. That's a weird approach though, like idling 5 villagers, sending them all the way here.
Because I think he wants to be able to be prepared for like a push. Exactly. See, this is why he sent the villagers. Okay, so taking all these boar back now home. It's gonna be a lot of micro-intensive moments here. This is the reason why I think there's an archer now on the wall as well. And he's gonna put stone walls here. Lucky Rocks with that scout. Gonna be annoying.
But I think Villese will lose his
Wills?
villager. Actually, might save her.
Oh, this one for the boar. Yeah, those rhinos are
That was
super fast.
really close. He's
That was
gonna. Some of those will go back.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So he got one boar.
Yeah, he got one boar back. Yeah, he got two. All right, out of all that mess, he got two.
That's super
All right,
massive.
Ovenko is coming in for a castle
Villese.
drop now. So, okay,
Ooh.
that's gonna be dangerous for Barles. He is now completely exposed to Ovenko's castle drop, not walled at all. And looks like Spanish will come in. Oh, he was able to save the boar, by the way.
Well, Yeah, he sent another will. Like, if there is anyone who can deal with this, I believe it's Barles.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the right approach to force Ovenka into doing a castle, like here.
Yeah.
Like Lucky Rocks will just wall himself, and Barles will somehow deal with it in the end. I'm pretty sure.
He's just gonna defend like skirm and tower defense, right? Throwing up some panic
something.
walls here by Barles just to buy a little bit more time. And Barles actually pretty close to
No,
clicking up himself.
They don't see the castle, so it's not panic at
Oh,
all
yeah,
at this
yeah,
point
yeah.
yet. He just wants to wall, and he couldn't wall where the walls are because there's the tower in range. So
Yeah.
he's gonna be super surprised when he sees the castle.
Yep. Well, not super surprised, but he knows what to expect now. All right, here comes the first conk, or I guess not
Oh,
be
and
mid.
very nice from Ovenka to actually not shoot yet.
Yeah. Well, what is he gonna shoot? That wall piece?
Well, if we started shooting, Barles would immediately know the conks are coming, and he would react by
go, go.
walling.
Open the palisade. Villese. They see it now, for sure. For sure, Barles sees it, right?
This is gonna
No,
be.
he doesn't. He doesn't. And there's a hole. There we go. Oh, he's gonna walk in straight away. Brutal.
Conks. Yeah. Okay, so now he knows.
Now
What's
he
the
knows.
reaction?
Let's see. Let's see. I think we're going
So
up
he's-
to castle with monks. Yeah.
So he's talking to Lucky Rocks. Lucky Rock needs to wall. Very nice. He's doing a lot of house walls, and Barles is putting a tower on his gold.
Yep. So he can get a monk defense going here, and Lucky Rocks with those exposed farms will lose those farms out on his forward position.
I don't think this is gonna be a good conk rush, to be fair. It's a long way to anywhere,
Yeah.
and if you compare like Lucky Rocks being on 3 TCs, 50 pop versus Ovenka 38, and Ovenka is not gonna be able to achieve anything. Barles will easily defend this, like he's the
Yeah.
last player I would expect to die to a rush
Yep.
of any kind. Like he will always find a way to defend himself, and you basically just killed your own pocket by forcing him to go.
The
conks
thing,
here.
though, is Nick will be playing here in the middle because they've gained all this map control. So I think it's up Dragonstar now as Incas to just stonewall the entire map and allow them to play 3v2 on this side of the map here and defeat Barles. Because if they lose that base, that's actually a pretty significant portion of their map control, right? So I think there was just, I don't know if they wanted to kill here. Their objective is probably just to get map control and have Dragon be the fortified waller boy here, potentially. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Barles with some archers in the back. He got through here finally.
Yeah, on the left side.
On the left side, he got through. And now with the crossbows, putting a lot of pressure on Villese.
But he's dying to the conks at home then, because he doesn't have the
Yeah.
army to support. So there's 3 conks, 2 conks only now in his base.
And
Okay, that you can deal with that.
yeah, it should be fine.
And now the conks actually have 1 less pierce armor, so it's easy cleanup for him.
Easy cleanup at home, no problem.
Yeah, so Barles is gonna be in a good
Decent
spot in the end.
here, and he's adding another TC and going
When you-
towards
when you-
Ovenka.
Yeah,
Can he
this
deny
is,
this TC? No, it's Spanish
This
TC.
is no, it's Spanish. This is like
Yeah.
a big play from Barles. Like
Yeah.
not many players capable of playing like this. Like, this is that's just insane. Like he got conk rushed after doing this, and he's not
And
dead.
he's
Like
not, he's not dead.
like,
And
if
he's
he was-
not only dead, not dead. He's putting the pressure. He's denying that Spanish TC.
Yeah,
Oof.
yeah, just imagine it's Repart instead of Barles. Like he's
Yeah.
running his base right now, or anyone else. Like
No comparison
doing
here.
this.
The Mangonel from Hindustani's following with quick aggression here.
And Barles getting in with another batch.
With another batch of
crossbows.
crossbows. Ooh.
Really, really poor play by Villese in the end.
Not having walls up is not good, and he's denying the TC here too. That's actually huge.
Barles completely negated the lake.
Yep.
Delayed pocket. All on his own. Like
all on his own here, and he's forcing a response from Saracen Scorpions here.
Yeah, he's on Nick as well. Like
yeah, that's insane. That's actually huge. Okay, so Villese able to secure the wall now, and Barles is gonna try and keep denying these villagers from the TC, but playing very, very strong here indeed. They still have the middle map control though, but I like this about Barles. He just kind of ignores this and he takes initiative where he can. He can fight where he can instead of trying to defend and get back map control, etc., etc. You just play where you can and not care about the aggression very well. What is Ovenka's stone count? Let's check the res. Ovenka is at 274 now. 284. So he's not going to add another castle if that's what you're asking, by the way, late son.
Now the Andorin is at the carry position, but where will they allow him to get in? And again, yes, one stable
going
on
up
the way up to him, and he doesn't have any production.
Has he tech Cavalier? Yeah, he has. Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry, but it's really poor play. Like I know like a 1400 Black Forest players that would be able to do better job here. It's doing it third game in a row.
Yeah, with only one stable.
Where he doesn't have any production at all.
Yeah, and it's minute 26.
It would be better if he just makes them in his base.
Yeah.
Instead of always walking late like this. It's dragging Team Barles down so much in all of the games.
Ooh, Barles Castle. Is this a doubt castle? With Kongs and a Mangonel?
I guess for now it will be denied. If the Mangonel goes forward. Yeah, Barles himself decided it's not worth risking.
Not worth the risk, yeah. Alright, so here's the next stable. Yeah, I see he's already up to Imp. Attacking Paladin. But you're right, the only 4 stables. Sorry, only 2 stables so far. Really.
Just just get the production going somewhere, please.
Yeah. Nice. Barles able to eventually get that castle up, and Team Barles looking like in a very strong position here, honestly.
I don't think so.
Monks here, but Lucky Rocks as well. Bulgarians will add Halbaso of his own.
Nick, I think Nick is gonna be in a good spot though. Like, is the strongest game with Saracen. Like, he can play Mameluke as so. And Andorin, like Andorin is the carry position and he's the paladin guy, and he's not gonna be able to break anywhere.
Yeah.
So there is gonna be like a stall moment for Team Villese to catch up again. They have Spanish trade, they have Saracens who's gonna be fully boomed into Mamelukes. Like, the time window for Andorin to kill has passed. It's gonna be minute 30 soon, and he's not gonna be anywhere. Yes, 10.
Yeah. Bulgarians needs to cut quickly here to get into Villese's base. Villese doing walls, but not enough.
Team Barles suffering again once because their paladin guy in the carry position and not the Halbesu guy, and it's always the paladin guy slowed down on Team Villese, and Nick is having the free boom in all games. That's like a good thing for Team Villese going on in all of the games, even the one they lost in the first one.
Villese should have walled a little bit more. This is a little bit sloppy from Villese.
Like Villese team should have been in a much better spot if Villese just walled at the top and didn't allow Barles to get in.
100%. Those few crossbows from Barles actually did tilt the tilt the scales
Okay,
to Barles'
yeah,
favor.
Barles understands the time is ticking, is
Yep.
doing petards, is trying to get Andorin in
Yep.
wherever he can. Will he be able to though? I don't think so. He should have waited for another petard. Yeah, now Villese knows what they want to do, and so they just need to cut in,
And
run
Mamelukes
in,
are already
freeze
here.
Andorin.
Yeah, there's the cut.
Yeah, Andorin is running in. This is gonna be decent, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. The Mamelukes will clear it.
Yeah, the Mameluke should clear everything here.
And what Andorin needs to, he needs to sling everyone super fast or get like an insane amount of paladins on the field.
Yeah. He's housed at 150.
80, yeah,
Or,
180.
sorry, 180, yeah.
A sloppy play.
Manunas, where are you, amigo? Manunas!
And there are some Kamayuks from Dragonstar as well going to the top.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, at the bottom, Andre is preparing his
Yeah,
elite
you're right.
elephant
Team Villese
archer
actually
play.
looking pretty comfortable in their spot here, I would say.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think they, despite being slightly behind in the score, I think they have
Positionally, yeah, and the better civs. Spanish trade.
like having the Saracen guy being so fully free boomed is good. But there is a time window for Andorin and Lucky Rocks to do something together because Ovenka is still not ready.
Yeah.
And it's easier to get the half SO going. So like Lucky Rocks has some presence, even though he was slowed down a little bit. They really need those Kamayuks at the top. Like Kamayuks at the top will be huge. And then it's gonna be up to Andre to identify that he needs to push himself at the bottom. He needs to get like a great mass of elephants going and just push.
Yeah, the top push has been completely shut down, but Villese is in a little bit of trouble, but not really that much. Should be okay. Cavalier in now for
Andorin
Spanish.
just needs to slink Barles like crazy. If you get Barles again into the game,
Bohemians, yeah, with the Halb Hoof Nice push is insane.
it doesn't matter what civ it. If it's Barles, like you get Barles into the game again, and he can make like wonders.
We are back. Sorry about that delay, boys. Stream went down all of a sudden. Not sure what happened exactly, but we are back now, and Team Villese taking control of the north side and taking control of the south side. However, Dragonstar is going to fight alone versus these Elephant Archers and the Kamayuk, so he did get pushed back on that little cut down on the south side here. But the Mamelukes from Nick also coming in to help out. Should be able to clean this up pretty easily, no problem. And on the north, we have the full hand cannon and Spanish Paladin mass here versus Halb Hoof Nice and Halbaso. Double
I
halberdier.
really wonder if they will do Caravanserai, because that would boost the trade to like insane proportions. Like they would be able to do with like 40 trade cards what you can do with like 70 even. And it would free so much pop space for them. And as we were saying while the stream was down, like I think Team Villese has stabilized the position.
Oh,
and
fully.
I would say they have better civs now even. Yeah, I think like Incas and Saracens together are much better than Bengalis and Burgundians.
Yeah. And the Nick Mameluke helping out big time here.
It has to be Barles and Lucky Rocks pushing the top
but
side.
They're getting pushed back now fully here.
Yeah, they need hand cannons as well, or like insane amount of hoof needs to snipe the hand cannons.
Yep. Because remember, these are Shatagni hand cannons with that plus range, so they get the +2 range, right?
Precisely.
And they can actually snipe SO from range too, from the Bulgarian player.
They have the same range.
Same range? Oh, okay. I thought there was one more range than the SO.
7+2 versus 8+1.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, Barles needs to be playing Arbalest on hand cannons because They have double halbs
Double
versus hand cannons,
Yep.
and like the hand cannons from Hindustani, like because they have bigger range, they are actually more accurate compared to the generic hand cannons for some reason. So they are killing those halbs super efficiently.
All right, so they've deleted the markets and a castle here from Incas, but that's fine if they trade even back here. It's completely still, they're getting an insane amount of gold still. How much is that trade card taking back? 140 gold all the way back here to this base. Maybe they get more in this
And there is a
corner, I'm not
Mameluke
sure.
raid in the middle.
Oh ho
By Nick.
ho! By the damn Nixter. Let's go, Nick. No onager though. Okay, he does have SO. So Barles is going to be preoccupied here on this side of the flank position.
And
And
finally,
there's a raid here in the middle too.
mass,
Oh boy.
and Barles was able to kill a lot of the hand cannons. So if they get a snowball going on here, they
Here,
could push the
hang
top.
on.
But
I need to rewind a little bit just to see what happened and how he was able to get. Let's see. Oh, big shots on these hand cannons. Bam, 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 bam. All right, we're back live now. I do see the raid down the middle. Meanwhile, Andre preparing a counter push on the south side here versus the Inca player here as well. And looks like Burgundians has switched to hand cannons now. More raiding happening by Nick, by the damn Nixter. Looking to play the game of his life here, as Ganji did in Game 5 of the quarterfinals versus Team
still no
Andy.
caravanserai, by the way. I will give you update every 30 seconds.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, you're looking for those caravanserai, aren't you? That Spanish trade with the Hindustani bonus, so huge.
Yeah. Like on the other hand, they have Bengali trade and
Yeah.
the Bohemians, right? So like it's also quite good trade, especially at the start when they can get the trade going and then they have that food income. It's small boost, definitely not as good as Spanish trade, but it's little something. It's not like a Spanish trade versus generic trade.
So
Like
Nick
the
able to
10%
push
means-
in the middle and able to push this back on the south side. Nick doing
And
a
Nick
great
is just
job with the
playing
mobility.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
The
playing the
Mamelukes
Ganji
are-
game of his life.
Yeah. The only thing he's missing is the last attack for his Mamelukes.
Is he really? Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
10 plus 2.
10+2. Yep. But once he gets that, he's gonna have probably fully upgraded.
Elite Mameluke
Wonder
with
if-
SO.
Yeah, I
With
wonder
full
if he has
trade.
the unique tech as well for the SO.
Oh yeah, because they do extra damage, right?
Counterweights. He already has that
Counterweights.
one. He's already missing, only missing the attack for
Attack,
the.
yeah. Hoof Knights are starting to mass up in some reasonable numbers now, and they're pushing this back.
That's the only spot on
Ooh,
the
I don't
map
like
where
this
they can
castle
push.
by
Oh.
Villese. Yeah, that it would have kind of blocked all the trade. And Nick's trade is actually idle now because of this inefficient trade line down the middle here. So yeah, they have Spanish trade, but they have like this inefficient trade, which is very annoying.
We're also doing some elite gulams. I think it's time for a switch for someone. Like, either Lucky Rocks has to switch to Cavalier or Konik, or Barles needs to add some hand cannons. Like, they are really struggling with the double halb composition.
Yeah.
Like, they're just sending more and more units to death and not really pushing anywhere.
Meanwhile, on this side, things have basically come to an equilibrium, but looks like they want to try and push this, because if they do push this side, this is all of Barles' team's trade, so they do recognize that. I think Nick does. And, okay, they're now trying to open a new front in the middle. So Nick's team and Nick himself is doing a lot of mobility here, which I like a lot. He's taking initiative and trying to open
And
new
Nick is
fronts of
running
battle.
wherever he can with the
Wherever he
Mamelukes.
can, yeah.
Andre finally going for fortified wall, and Andorin is getting some bomber towers up everywhere on the map.
And yes, it is the same Nick, by the way, who was co-casting with me earlier. So, professional co-caster and professional pocket player in BF.
Okay.
I
And
like this cut. I
we're
think if they can cut
yeah.
this and do the trade rate is probably the better bet here. While they
Team
stabilize the
Barles,
top.
again, slightly, I would say, under trading. Like, they don't have enough trade. Barles is like 30 on gold. Yeah. Lucky Rock's like 20 on gold.
Yeah.
Only Andorin really has like a big trade
But
numbers.
he needs that for Paladin, right? And hand cannon. But also he
And-
gets the Burgundian Lineards tech, which
Yeah,
gets the food from the
and every
farmers.
moment Team Villese gains here means they're getting more and more ahead because of their
Because of the
insane
trade. Yep.
gold income.
What's
And
the update on
what they-
Caravanserai?
Nah,
Not
I know. I
yet.
was about to say, once they get the Caravanserai going, they will be unstoppable.
Yeah. What's the exact bonus? Like, what's the speed advantage?
I think it's 15 or 20%.
15 or 20% faster. On top of the 25% Spanish trade. That's actually huge. Dragon needs to delete 30 Villes. He's at 156 pop with 31 Kamayuks with the siege on it. I think he's doing siege ram. He's doing full siege, which I like. Like, the Kamayuks kind of like are not the best now, I guess, with elephant archers versus the Mamelukes are just owning. But look at all of the siege here by Dragon Star and siege ram. Oh, this is a huge push
Yeah,
down
I
the
think
south
Nick
side.
will completely brutalize the
Yeah.
elite elephant archers with the Mamelukes. This is looking really tough for Team Barles, like, and their pops are falling down. They don't
Pops
have
are
enough
falling
trade.
down. Yep, they're falling down now. They're about 50 down now.
Especially Barles couldn't get the Hufnitz ball going. Like, I never
Yeah.
saw more than 4. Like, he
Exactly.
really needs to get to like at least like 8, so he can like efficiently ground shot units.
Mm-hmm. And
And
this
then
is their
they
only
can
win condition,
push.
right? For Team Barles is
Yes,
if they push
yeah,
here.
yeah.
This
I
is
don't
like
think
a
they
losing
can win
side.
anywhere else.
No, this is a losing side for sure. Look at this push here. A lot of Kamayuks, a lot of siege ram,
So,
tons of
yeah,
onagers, 8 onagers, fucking 9 siege ram, 4 trebs here by Dragon. Massive siege push down the middle. And if they get the if they get the Mamelukes down in the middle here, that might spell big time trouble here for Team Barles as they lose Andre's base, which they need for trading. Oh boy. This is a massive push with siege, everything. Oh no, how are they going to defend this now? Meanwhile, Team Barles struggling still to push at the top side. They've got completely shut down. And Team Villese looking in a very dominant position. Barles with some hoof knights at the top, by the way. It's trying to see if he can push somewhere in the top, but that's not looking too hot right now.
Even if they don't need Villese base at all for the
Wow.
full trade. They still have Ovenka's trade, which is at exactly the same spot as Villese base. So
Dragon
even if
Stars
they
getting
push
this.
Villese, yeah. The
Dragon
Dragon
Star-
Star will completely destroy Andre now with the
Yep.
composition like Mameluk and Kamayuk. With Onagers, Sidram, SO, there is nothing Bengalis and Burgundians
Burgundians
can
can
do
do
at this
here.
point. And
Yep.
it comes down again to the fact that Team Barles, they set up their Paladin player to success. Like, they don't do it intentionally, like it just played out like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he cannot do anything with that because he that doesn't have the strongest boom, and then he gets the production late.
Yeah.
And in Villese always ended up having Nick in the carry position compared
That's
to
right.
him.
And Nick, you know, is arguably one of the best pockets in Black Forest in the Amigos, and he does big pushes with big army compositions with full trade, full gold. And this is looking like a 2-1 here for Team Villese as they push
It was a
the south side.
rough
fully.
start, yeah, but they somehow managed to win this game.
Yeah.
Despite Villese underplaying a little bit, I would say, and especially with the no wall at the top. Like, Barles tried his best. I think like Barles played insane at least at the early game, but in the end, like the tips
Comes down to
kind
your
of,
pockets.
yeah.
Wow, this is over for Team Barles. Like, where are they going to trade now? Or I guess they're going to reset the trade from back of Endo's base to back of Lucky Rock's base. But
There's no win condition. Like, they're just gonna try to fight for a bit, but they'll call it
yeah.
in 1 or 2 minutes. There is no way they can do anything.
Any update on the Caravanserai yet?
I didn't see a
GG.
single one, and I'm very, very disappointed. And both the winner's interview with Team Villese, I'm definitely gonna mention it to Mr. Villese. Because I would imagine that they paired it like that because of the Spanish and Caravanserai thingy,
That would be
and then
nice.
they don't even use it.
And they
My
have safe
goodness.
trade, right? Yeah, they had safe trade the
Yeah.
whole game pretty much.
Yeah.
Although it's not the most ideal route, but it's still fairly safe trade. This is the ideal route. I think now they remade the markets on the south side. But wow, what a brutal domination here by Team Villese. Team Barles, for the very first time in the tournament, have found themselves in a deficit now going into game 4. The psychologically important game 3 has now gone to Team Villese. And things are looking good now for them as they head into game 4. But Boydelin says, I don't think Villese underplayed when you look at how hard his comp is to manage. Barles has been playing great. Villese managed to negate him. Yeah, I know. I agree. I think we meant in Castle Age when he didn't do that stone wall, and I think Barles was able to get in with those Castle Age crossbows. But in Imperial Age, yeah, Villese definitely did not underplay at all here. So I think that comment was for the late Castle Age when he allowed the crossbows into his base. Very, very well played here by Team Villese. And it looks like Dragon gained his nick back again from Wolfstar to Dragonstar. That's funny. Jude says, fun fact, a trade card in the range of a Caravanserai is the fastest unit in the game. Really? That can't be faster than the king, right? The fat king, I think, runs faster. But I think after that king, it might be the fastest unit. Not sure, though. Not sure. Team Villese using up all their best civs to do the good draft. Can you say Shatagni, please? There you go. Here you go. Shatagni. Shatagni. That's how you say it. If I said it in the American way, it's Shatagni. Got some Shatagni hand cannoneers over here. Going down with the Hoofnice. Going to Shatagni Shatagni versus that Hoofnice over there. It's going to be really good. Berber trade cock. All right, let's take a look at the civs now for Team Villese, who have used Spanish.
They still have Mongols.
They still have Mongols left.
So
Still have Aztecs
very
left.
good for them.
Yep.
Well, they still have Aztecs left, but
Yep.
guess what Team Barles has left? They still have those
Oh,
Teutons.
they still have those damn Teuton. Who blinks first is the question. It's up to game 4 now. I think we'll see Aztec and Teuton now from both sides.
So, like, Team Barles has to use the best civs now.
Yep.
I think. But is Teutons actually the best at dealing with Mongols if you expect to play them? Like, so does Team Villese save up Mongols for the last game and just uses some, because they actually, if you look at the civs, they don't have another Halbeso civ, right? They have only Mongols. So I think they will keep Mongols for game 5. So that means that Team Barles, if Team Barles identifies that, they should use the better Halbeso civ against that, which is Scouts.
Which
so
is Scouts, yeah.
You use Teutons as Team Barles in this game.
Yep.
And if Team Villese read this, they should save Aztecs for the
game
last
5.
game.
Yeah. I think we're going to see Villese flank Lithuanian here now in game number 4.
Like Team Villese will use some crazy lineups here. Like either they use Aztecs as substitute Halbeso, or they play some super wild, like I don't know, like Lithuanian flank with Kuman's Khmer pocket and Gurjara flank.
Yeah.
and you can like Wilvor on the flanks, and then like Kuman's can boom, Khmer can ballista open. It's like something crazy or things like that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Team C2 still behind. Yeah. Aye. Still a score from the C2 versus Slam set. Lul.
My God.
It's actually 2-1 for Team Villese.
Yeah, I'm going to change that scoreboard here really quick. So 1-2 is the score.
Just edit the top one, like the chat one is not important.
Yeah, I've edited the main one in the stream, but I can edit the score here too. Edit com. Score Team Barles, 1-2 Team Villese. Brutal. Mimoliesas. Good luck, have fun, 87. If that's the year of your birth, that we share the same year of birth, my friend. We are 36 years old now as we head into 2023. Fastest land unit in the trade in the game. 20% faster trade, or 10 or 15, sorry, is the thing. Time for a finish final, potentially. If Team Villese takes this game, they will be in the finals, and Team Barles now facing win or go home for the very first time in the tournament.
Ooh. Okay, I think I already saw them being in the game. And Team Villese actually going kind of all in.
Okay.
Like they're using the strong lineup now, not saving up.
Okay. They're
Which
going
means
full. Okay.
they really want to win this one, because in the potentially last game they could have like a really weak lineup.
So hang on a second. I don't see the game up though yet.
Yeah, I would say it's a bit of a risk for Team Villese here. But they got the favorite, like the good matchup where they have Teutons versus Mongols and not Celts versus
Not Celts
Mongols,
versus
because
Mongols. Okay.
Celts are much better, because the Siege Onagers with the Furor Celtica, they're like super hard to kill, even with the Mangudai.
All right. Let me take a look at the dashboard and see if I can get
Yeah.
into that
Well,
game.
they're not in the game now, I
Oh,
think.
you
Because,
looked at the civs from dashboard. Got it.
yes, because they I think they restarted. There was probably something trapped leg or
Oh,
whatever.
gotcha.
Because I already saw the game was on, and now I only see them in the lobby again.
Gotcha. Wow. Go hard or go home. Let's go. They have to take big risks. If they want to beat a team, like a championship winning team like Team Barles, you got to take some risks here. So yes, it is a big risk, but looks like they are going to be playing, what is it, Mongol Lith in this game?
Yes, Mongol, Lithuanians, Goths, and I forgot the last one.
Khmer maybe.
One flank, I don't know which
Oh, one
one.
flank
Maybe
Poles.
Poles or Vietnamese or something like that.
Yeah, wow, they're going full in, boys. Let's go. Is it going to be a 3-1 for Team Barles here? Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's Vietnamese.
Vietnamese. Vietnamese. Villese doesn't like to play during the night, and it's already midnight in Finland, so better win fast. That's a good observation there. Ooh, Rage Forest results bracket. Have I updated that website? Yeah, I've got it up there. The playoffs brackets and the group stage. Oh, look at me. I'm ahead of this for once. Professional.
I'll be right back.
So yeah, for those of you who want to take a look at the brackets, again, here we go. And then also you can look at the website as well, rageforest.net/results-bracket. Here are the ways to the road to the final four for each of these teams here. Co-caster is Sombrero, the Amigo captain, who was actually seed 1 in the tournament, and was knocked out in the group stage, unfortunately. But he is going to be co-casting with me for the set today. And Daniela doing an amazing job adminning as always. Thank you for that. In Scandinavia, it's bright right now, not dark. Oh, that's true, actually. What is the... I guess if you're in Finland, like, when does the sun set at this time of year? Someone from chat can probably answer that question. Villese seems like the type of guy who can play 48 hours straight at a high level. And he does have his Finnish fan club in the background. I remember in the quarterfinals, he played versus Team MBL. He had like Joy Hu and Rubenstock over at his place or something. So he's got a whole soiree of Finns cheering him on in the back. So that's actually huge. It's not bright now in Scandinavia. It's dark. All right, all right. It's pitch black. What time does the sun set in Scandinavia right now? In this time of the year? At least in Helsinki, it's dark. All right, it's 9ish. All right, all right. And then in June, which is the summer solstice, what time does the sun set? I would imagine like midnight sometime, depending on where you are in Finland, what latitude you're up on in the Finnish country
Time
here.
to 14, Williams.
Time to 14, boys. Let's go. Barles and Villese in Rage Forest Game 4 Semifinal 2. Let's go, boys.
We got Andre versus Villese again. Villese Lithuanians versus Andre Byzantines.
Okay.
And we got Barles versus Dragonstar in a big will war again. So Barles is trying to get himself ahead like he
Yep.
did in the previous games. And he's already killing one villager from Dragonstar, I think. So on a good way.
Yeah, I wonder why they switched up the teams or like the positions. I don't think they intended to, right? It was just kind of RNG.
Well, it should be a RNG for sure. And we got I think 2 times captains versus each other and 2 times not. So
Two-time
that's like the
nots.
perfect opportunity. Like it's usually the way that when you start playing against someone, you end up playing against that guy for the rest of the set if you don't change colors, which shouldn't be the case. I think like
It shouldn't be the
would
case, yeah.
Yeah.
So Villese with the Lithuanians
No,
able to get those.
Ondřej actually doing
Ooh.
decently versus Lithuanians here, like kind of managing to push him back at least temporarily. But you should identify that there is like almost fully finished wall. It's quite easy to get trapped.
Yep.
So Barles in the end slightly ahead of Dragonstar, but nothing major.
Nothing major, yeah. And
Ondřej also kind of even with Villese, and Villese got the forward wall here, so it's gonna be. I think Ondřej should probably push that wall. That's probably
at
what he
some
needs
point,
to do.
yeah. Although, does he need to, or yeah, I guess it's his main goal. Oh, not his main goal. All his res seems fairly safe.
Yeah,
But
but
and he
it's
has
such
a
a
lake.
big threat, right? Like he will need to respect the fact that he doesn't have the wall.
Yep.
And if he doesn't, he needs to commit to a push, because if he just decides to boom and Villese pushes him, then he will just die. On the other hand, like Dragonstar has Lake versus Barles, who doesn't have it. But let's see if Dragonstar will be able to use it, because I didn't see him use it
That
well
in the first,
in
yeah,
the
when he
tournament
was.
so
Yeah.
far. And in the game 1, when he was Berbers, he only docked it super late.
Yep, and with only 2 fishing ship.
And like he's not very proficient at fish booming yet.
Yep.
Doesn't play regularly and probably didn't.
So
It's not comfortable for him, so he's probably better off doing the farms anyway, rather than like misplaying the fish boom.
yes. On the other hand, we have Nick with pocket Mongols and a lake himself. So he's going to have the game of his life here with a nice safe pocket fully and extra boars as well, which Ovenka is taking for himself. But Nick should be in a pretty good spot here.
Yeah, I think Nick doesn't have extra boards, it's Ovenka.
Yeah.
And
He
maybe
does if he
would be
gets it
better
around
if-
this tree line, but that's an impossible lure.
No.
That's for
I
for
think
Villese, maybe.
you just have to use the lake, and it's gonna be a little bit sad that he doesn't have any extra picks, but...
Okay, Barles now
At
going
this
in for
point,
round
this-
2 of the villager fight versus Dragonstar, and he's got 3 villas, so he's got the villager advantage here, And does this mean that Barles gets to do some shenanigans and disrupt a otherwise clean boom from Ovenka? Let's see.
That would be the perfect way, and he
Yeah.
also has kinda crap Sif.
Yeah.
But so any like feudal pressure
Against
on
the pocket.
Ovenka here and potentially even Nick would be just perfect.
Just perfect for him, yeah.
Ovenka losing the scout, not ideal. They would definitely need him to track the villagers from Barles. I think Barles will need to pull back because there is much more villagers coming from
Yeah.
Dragonstar.
Oh, Dragon able to save that day. Oh, whew, that was so close.
Barles will probably just have to do with the wall in the middle, but it's still a very
good wall.
nice spot to push from. Barles kind of deciding to sacrifice a villager to get the
Forward
wall up,
Oh, well,
and then
we'll
he will
see
just try
if
to.
if it's going to be a sacrifice, or can it?
Yeah.
Can he
Oh, he's
save
gonna
it?
try to wall him
Yeah.
in for sure.
Yep. There you go.
That's gonna be annoying.
Yep. It's going to be annoying forever now.
And he's up to the next stage. He definitely wants to
Ooh.
continue with that.
Yep. Is he adding a barracks at home to get an archery range up? Let's see. Not yet. Not yet. Let's check his res. Doesn't have the wood yet for the barracks, yeah.
Oh, is Dravidians. He will get his wood when
He'll get his
reaches
wood
next
instantly,
stage.
yeah. Oh, there's the barracks. Okay.
Yeah. Very nice, very nice. He should probably delete the wall and go will fight a little bit more.
There
Yeah,
it is. There
but-
you go. Exactly as you call it. Man, today you're on one, man, Samara. I gotta say, you're like predicting everything perfectly.
Nostradamus, indeed.
Indeed, indeed.
Barles needs to pay attention that the villager that's building the barracks doesn't get disturbed, although he can just finish it with the woman on the other side as
Yeah.
well. So he will get the tower probably and then try to push. And Dragonstar is deep in Dark Age, so
No archery range here, no tower. And looks like we are gonna put in some archers here to work on this wall. Dragonstar just clicked up, by the way.
so Dragonstar needs to understand and he needs to protect his pocket. So
Yeah.
you need to get your own barrack and play feudal as well, even if
At
and
all
he's
costs,
not using
yeah.
the lake. Like that's such a big deficit for the like if they lose this game, it's because of this. Like, why is he not docking the lake?
Yeah, that lake, not having that lake, even for Gots, like if Gots could even take that lake would be better than not having the lake.
And Villese doing the mistake he did in couple sets already is
Yeah.
always building the tower in
range of the other tower, yeah.
Yeah, on Black Forest you just stone wall, and if you need to get the tower, you get it behind the stone wall
range,
safely.
correct.
And outside, that definitely outside of the range of the other player. Yeah, and Andre is perfectly set up for fast imp in this game.
Yeah.
Like if there is a game is gonna be set up, it's this.
Yeah,
because
with the lake.
Mongols will definitely not go for any kind of support for Villese here. And his Byzantines with a lake, it's gonna be super cheap for him to go up to the imp. So the start looking very rough for Team Villese here. Dragonstar is completely off, like is kind of fast castling but doesn't have resources or for anything, so that means he's just gonna be stuck in Fiddle and is behind Barles. And I would say Andre kind of...
Gods having to make a workshop. Okay, not ideal, but
No.
they're gonna try and do as much as they can to protect.
Lucky Rock is also going forward, but he's doing that after he's adding 3 TCs.
3 TCs,
so
yeah, it's a big difference.
Nico will be quite ahead compared to Ovenka.
Precisely.
But it's not ideal. Like, it's actually the same pattern that's happening to Team Barles every single game, and that it's Andor in fully boomed, and their Halbes player cannot cut him in on time. I would definitely prefer Lucky Rock's just booming to be able to go with Andor
anywhere they want to go, yeah.
Yes. Endo's actually also doing workshop for Barles, so they're playing it safe. I don't blame them. Like, it would be silly to lose the game because of underreacting to something, but I don't think it's actually gonna benefit them. They would be better off if both pockets were just booming.
Meanwhile, the tower exchange here is looking slightly in favor of Andre here as he kills this tower. And Villese going to be in the castle age, adding TCs probably. No problem. Or is that a castle drop, maybe?
No, Villese will just do Monk Rush, I think.
Yeah, Monk Rush here, so... Mangonel Monastery coming up.
Yeah. So that's gonna be good for Andorin. Andorin giving Andre the time. So Villese will need to invest into redemption or something. And Andre will be
Ando
on
has
time.
a mango, though.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
Andre will be able to fast castle behind this and not dying to the rush from Villese, and then he can get the castle up and go up to Imp. And Ando should be on time to boom and maybe do like stab lancers. They're actually quite decent now with the extra pierce armor.
Yeah.
And Tatars also get on top of it like another pierce armor in the castle, so they're actually like 2+7. They have like same as Paladins, I think, or very similar.
And they're
like
cheaper, like a cheaper
cheap
Paladin.
and fast option.
Yep.
To accompany the fast imp. I definitely prefer the positions for Team Barles here for now. And we'll see how it goes from there.
Double Mangonel out from the Teuton player here.
Dragonstar actually finally going for the fish boom, so he added like 3 dogs.
3 dogs, okay.
On the pond. It's a little bit too much, but hey, it's better than not to use it.
Better than nothing, yeah. We wanted to make sure he was secure first on the flank before I think he went for the dock boom, which makes sense, I guess, when you're playing versus Barles. Barles upping to Castle Age though, and Dragonstar, no, it's gonna be in forever feudal. It looks like with this boom. This game has been set up for Nick to dominate though. Let's see, Nick far and ahead of everybody else on the map here. That's why they're actually Team Villese has an equal villager count to Team Barles because of Nick's OP boom here on the pocket Mongol position. Mongol Goth, do you think they go together? They fight together probably, right? So
that's how you want to play them.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
The biggest weakness of Mongols is Paladins early, like and a big mass.
Yep.
And that's the perfect for gods to counter with full helps.
Precisely.
So like Barles here on the way to Castle Age with similar pop as Dragonstar was a lake is a big issue. Like it just shows that it didn't use the lake well enough. And
Dragonstar should have ideally been way ahead. And he made archers too, by the way, and he's already up to castle.
Yeah. So Barles should be like 20 pop behind Dragonstar here, which he isn't.
Yep. Barles adding TCs now, and instead of going all in on the push.
And Andre is set up for the fast team, so he's gonna make his castle.
Yep.
And then he's gonna click up. Oh, hopefully he's gonna get a safe castle though, because I really don't like the castle.
Castle, yeah.
He might lose it. He will lose it.
Oh!
He lost it. He lost it. He lost it. Oh my god, that's such a huge.
Oh, what?
Okay, no, he needs to get the different buildings up.
Yeah, he'll get different buildings up for sure, but that was massive by Team Villese for that castle loss. Holy fuck.
That's super unlucky for Andre. But it's a huge misplay. You never need a forward castle for fast in.
Yeah.
So he should have just made the castle on the hill.
Holy fuck.
And you also don't do the castle as an upbuilding. You do always like monastery and workshop.
Workshop, yeah.
And then you slowly build the castle on the way up with a few villas, so your eco is
Don't think he had
stronger.
the eco for all of that. Look at his wood.
Yeah, now he actually is buying the stone.
Yeah.
But It doesn't need the castle to go up. Just make a workshop.
Yeah, now he's gonna be super low on gold.
It's
Ay,
gonna be
ay, ay.
super late. Like Villese will be fully boomed by the time Andre reaches imp now.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
that's
back to that.
like a game changer.
That
Huge.
is a huge thing. Let me just go back. Oh, it just happened at the perfect time. The villager started with the hammer, like bam, 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 and the mangonel shot hit the castle.
And
Wow.
on the other side, we have like a castle from Wenka to secure the middle,
Yeah.
which is gonna be decent for them to hold this position. Like, Ovenka is not really dead behind Lucky Rocks
Yeah.
anymore, because he really committed to the push and it's easier to defend. So Nick in a prime
Prime
position to
position to
carry
carry
this
here.
game.
Absolutely. With the pocket Mongol, with the Goth going
So
together.
yeah, Andre is finally up, but yeah, minute 26.
Yeah,
That
it's
he should be already in imp
in it by
getting
now.
in.
Yeah, Trebs.
Yeah.
So Villese gonna
Yeah.
play full walls here as the Lithuanian flank into this fast imp here, and looks like Nick flaring down the middle, signaling probably that I don't know.
Yeah.
They want to play here together.
Villese will play on his own again,
Yeah, versus Andre.
and they will go towards Barles.
Yeah, that's the right play to do because you want to try and tag team. It's an inferior
and
civ.
actually, Dragonstar will be in some sort of fast imp play. Yeah, like after the Field of Fish Boom, he's gonna click up and
Yeah,
he has
the
a castle forward.
Vietnamese. Yep.
I don't necessarily like it because he's also kinda late.
Yeah.
Like I would maybe prefer him to like full boom after this. He's
Into
not
elephants.
it's not gonna be relevant anyway.
Yeah.
Like
What is he gonna contribute? BBC maybe. Maybe he gets BBC early, right?
yeah, but he's gonna push from a different angle than everyone else anyway. Like
Yeah.
so, I think it would be better for him to. He's adding TCs, at least one extra.
Okay, yeah.
So that's fine. Like
I
he can
think
catch up
his best
here.
contribution would probably be elephants, no?
Versus Teutons and Dravidians, I would prefer
BBC in Rattan.
Rattan BBC.
Yeah.
Okay, Nick going for Siege Ram Mangudai.
Okay, so Tatars is
gonna be
playing
juicy.
here, so Villese gonna have to wall and defend this base forever. He's smartly taking the relics back to his back monastery here, and looks like he will be playing wall game here. And Ando is gonna be
I'm
waiting.
not sure
to
if
log
I
him.
like the Siege Ram play because Lucky Rocks is also an imp. He will get Onager and they
really
can
quick.
defend it.
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
just prefer
Mangudai
like
going other side. Okay.
yeah. I would prefer like full Mangudai maybe with Onager. The Siege Rams are a little bit underwhelming.
Well, but the siege ram though can't clean all of this very easily. There's two castles up from Tatars that can, kind of push back. So maybe they change their mind and instead of having him wall, he's just gonna make a big push here on this side and kill Andre's base. I don't know. Because Goths should be but the Teuton player is gonna be a hard counter here to the Goth. I don't know. I don't like this last minute change of plan by Nick.
I guess they feel they need to help Villese stabilize. Like, at any moment, like the longer the game goes, the better for Team Villese because Andre is kind of all in.
Yeah.
And it's gonna take him much longer to get back into the game than for Dragonstar. So, I like them. I'm fine with them just holding, and that their plan should be to just get like everyone on their team to full pop, and then they definitely have advantage because it's gonna be very
Alright.
hard to get Andre back into the game.
So we're going full Huskarl now here on this side, and no TTK. Looks like just an Onager Halb from Teuton player.
Oh, Elite Huskars! I
Yeah.
don't like it
I don't
at
like
all.
it either. Like,
You need to play half champion, especially when you're versus Teutons and Dravidians. At least one of them is going for good infantry. Okay, a little bit of a miscommunication. Then, like, when you're the god player, you should Like the team should tell you which you need to go for. And Elite Husker is definitely not the right play here. Man, they can cut into Dragonstar and completely kill him. Because they don't have any units to
defend
really
this.
like. Well, like when Lucky Rocks get champions or couple Teutonic Knights, the gods will not be good. Like you need to play half champion. And you have Rattans versus the Elephant Archers here because I don't think the Huskers accomplish much.
Alright, so they're opening up the walls now, and looks like here comes a counter push.
Yeah, like
Mangudai will
Nick
need
and
to be played
Villese,
full side, yeah.
Nick and Villese should be able to stop this push
Easily,
from Andorin and Andre. They're so much ahead in eco that Andre should die super hard. Like
Andre is just monks, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
Monk Lates here by the Lithuanian player. And the comp of Huskarl. Ooh, big shots on those Huskarls. Holy crap.
You know, and Huskar is the most expensive out of the 3 units that gods make.
Now
so...
he's doing long swords finally, so he is gonna tech switch now finally. But without
Elite Huskar is also the most expensive. Like it's the easiest unit to counter.
Yeah.
And it's the worst one of them in tournament settings, unless you are like already killing someone, like raiding and stuff.
Alright, so Andre recognizing that he has to full wall now versus this comp now. A reverse wall by Andre.
They need to slink Andre a little bit and he needs to get to Bomber Tower and Halps. Yeah, like Andorin should do everything and
46
slink,
Mangudai just kind of hanging out here, I guess, waiting for a cut in somewhere. I would have liked if he had his own onager and he's taking initiative to cut, but look at the forest in the middle, it's massive. It'll be a while before he can cut anywhere. Dravidians is adding, what is it? Full Elephant Archer, it looks like.
Elephant Archer.
Yeah. Alright, they're preparing now here. They see the cut coming in.
Yeah, I like the Dravidian Archer because they can actually deal good even with the Huskars because they shoot so fast.
Okay,
and,
Nick going in for the dive now versus the Siege and the Tatar Keshiks.
Yeah, you should not fight that without SO support. Like the Keshik and the monks, they're fine versus this. We'll see.
Let's see.
Andorin leaving
20
Andre
monks.
always, and like Andre has to tank with the monks is not the right approach. Yeah, finally champs for Ovenka, which is the right unit now. And you just spam champions.
Rat and BBC. Ooh, big shots on those onagers that were just flying in from Nick for free. Some free kills there by Lucky Rocks. So things not looking too good here on Andre and Andor's side, by the way. Nick with a ball of Mangudai.
They're just gonna die, like
Well, Flaming Camels coming in, I'm not sure why, from Andorin versus Keshiks. Flaming Camels don't do anything versus Mangudai at all. They're just gonna die before they get anywhere. Oh, they got a big, decent mass down. We're down 9 Mangudai. 12 now. Ooh, big shots on this too. Ah, Nick! Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, but they're pushing. Like I don't think Andre is now out.
Yeah.
Like he has.
And Mangudai inside the bases is going to be a big problem here for Team Barles to deal with.
And Andorin is on castle production, and if he loses castles, he's gonna be having a hard time to get himself popped. So
unless he makes a Cav Archer switch potentially, I think that would be the play here. No, versus Mangudai and Lates.
Yes, until they get their own SO.
Yep. Mangudai no SO there so far. And Nick playing the game of his life here.
Again, the only free booming guy in the game.
Yep.
It's as simple as that. Every single game, Nick just didn't have to do anything.
Well, I mean, you still have to play in Imperial Age, but yeah.
That's the easy part, right? Nick was born to brutalize.
Nick was born to
like that.
brutalize in these types of situations. They were untouched every time. Okay, so finally they're making a big push here with the Teutons. I don't like the Teuton champion as much as I would. I guess he can make elite Teutonic Knights with Rattans everywhere, right?
I don't think the push at the bottom for Barles and
Is as strong
Lucky
as this
Rocks
one.
is gonna be enough. Like now, Dragonstar has a big ball of elite Rattans, which
Yeah.
are actually very good.
Versus Elephant Archers.
yeah.
But the SO is going to be the big problem here.
Yeah, but they have to push into castles. They have BBCs.
Yeah, they have
It's just
BBC.
gonna be that Andre will die to Villese and Nick here super hard.
Vietnamese has Bombard Tower, correct? So they can maybe defend that too with Bombard Tower potentially. You know who else has Bombard Tower that people don't think about? It's Tatars. Tatars
Yes.
get Bombard Tower as well.
Yeah, but he cannot make bomber towers because
Yeah,
he needs
you're making
one
castles.
for his castle.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Villese will just dominate here. Like,
Yeah, with his Laities. Okay, so Andre making skirms and Lucky Rocks now having to solve this problem here with SO.
like okay, there is one shot for Barles team, and that is completely crush the middle here
Yeah.
with some SO shots, and then camp that hill and completely negate any
Negate the trade.
possibility to trade.
Well, they'll just have to cut trade in the back, but yeah. Let's see. This
But
is
I
it.
don't-
That's
I
a
don't
big push
think,
here down the south here by Team
Hamburg
Barles.
can hold. And they need to be sending resources to Andre. Like all the resources need to be going for him.
Yeah.
Like Endo is
Ooh,
sitting
big
on
shots
2K
on the
blue.
Rattans. Oh, can this be the comeback for Team Barles in the middle here? Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's enough. Like
Big shots again against the Rattans. So the ball of Rattans has now gone down to only 27. He had 50, I think, at some point.
yeah, but the god spam can
It's
now
just-
like begin.
Yeah.
And they can swing gods to hold this. And they're not linking Andre to like
They don't
Andre
have
needs
much to
be-
sling though. That's the problem. Andre like needs to get his own eco up. Like no one on Team Barles is floating insane res. By the way, to sling him into anything.
Well, you know, Andorin has a bunch of food and wood.
Yeah,
Lucky
but-
Rocks has a lot of wood. Like, if they give it to Byzantines, he can at least get the trash on the field, and like, it's the best he can do at this point anyway. Like, so Barles pushing in the middle, but I don't know if it's enough.
It seems to be pretty dangerous though. I gotta say. I mean, the game is still pretty close. It's a big, massive elephant archers. We got SO. We
So-
got help.
So Nick needs to stop all the trade if there was any going to.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, the trade was not going to
to
Dragonstar
Dragon.
base
It's
at
going
all.
here. It's going to Ovenka's base.
Yeah, they're just trading like that.
Yeah, Barles' team is able to camp this hill now and keep this trade not going to Dragonstar's base at all. So that's fine-ish, but the trade line is really short. They're only getting 50 trade card gold versus Team Barles is getting full trade going on this side.
And they really need to slink Andre, and same, they really need to slink Gods. And he needs to be doing half champion, not Huskarls.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that he sees those elephant archers, but those Huskarls just die so easily to the
Teutonic
half
champion.
From,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so this is the comeback here for Team Barles with the Huskarl misplay by Ovenka.
Yeah,
And-
can they hold by slinking Andre and push the middle? Let's see.
Let's see.
This
It's
is-
really close.
There's been a score switch for a second.
Yep. It's a close game for sure, but Mongols is Mongols, you know, and Nick has all of the extra gold from Andre's auxiliary gold here. Army numbers looking low here for Villese. I think he should be full army now. He's making the Hussar. Lithuanian Hussar with trample damage.
The problem
And-
for Team Barles is gonna be the trade again. Like they're very low trade numbers.
Yeah, they're low trade numbers, but they're getting more of gold compared to Team Villese, who doesn't have the trade line. They're only
Yeah,
getting
but
50 trade.
Lucky Rock, for example, has 14 on gold.
Gold, yeah.
Like,
And no trade,
cannot
obviously, for
sustain
Byzantine.
you cannot sustain the champion production. I think Team Villese will be able to hold the middle.
Ooh, Mongol castles are a big problem here for Team Villese if they both go down. That's 2 production buildings down for Mongols.
He has 5 of them, so if he would lose those 2, only 3.
Yeah, that's not good. Especially if you're trying to push on the front side here.
You know, actually, Andre is kind of pushing with the halb skirm now
Yeah.
at the
Full push.
right side.
I mean, he's almost pop. He's 150 pop now.
If Villese is on 20 army.
That's what
for
I'm saying. Villese
reason?
army has been very low all game for some reason. I don't understand why his army counts have been so low as Villese. Villese being Villese, he needs to have a big ball of army in the front. Or like Hussar and like, you know, Latice, monks, castles. Like, this has been a very weak army showing from Villese so far.
Barles also a little bit low numbers. Like
Yeah, 29, 165 builds. He went big ham on trade now. And looks like that middle push will get pushed back here by Team Barles. And Nick maybe will lose that castle or no? He's not even repairing it.
the traps are actually hitting.
Travis hitting a barracks instead. No, but he's gonna hit the castle now.
They
He's
will,
gonna lose
they
that
will
castle.
finish it now.
Yeah, he'll finish that castle. Oh, now he's repairing it. Might be too late.
Gonna be just a slight waste of stone.
Yeah, just a slight waste of
Yeah,
stone.
like Vietnamese now here, they're good versus the elephant archer with the Imperial Skirm and the
Yep.
Rattans.
That's true.
Like,
Imperial
maybe-
Skirms are massive.
Is it time for Barles to switch into something else? Like,
Wood Steel Infantry and SO himself.
so you just do infantry maybe and allow Lucky Rocks to focus more on SO?
I don't know. I'm seeing very low numbers from both captains. I'm not happy about that. Villese should be
Barles
pop
is
capped
also
by
going
now.
to the right side with a couple elephants.
He realizes this is the
really
trade
like
line.
it.
Yeah.
Actually, I really like it because those elephants are great against Latice and the Mangudai.
Yep.
I think it's time for Nick to consider SO, but very hard with the short trade, right?
Yeah, really, really hard. And now they've recovered the trade line. They can try and retrade. Oh, wait a minute. Barles on the south side with a little bit of a
nice.
cut here into Dragonstar's base. They're looking for trade, which they don't find it.
I like it.
Yeah.
And at the bottom, he should be considering doing his own skirms.
Yeah.
Because there would be only like a Dragonstar here, so the Dragon skirms are also kind of nice. Shooting faster. Andre is still not popped though. He needs to get that slink or make his eco a lot more stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Alright,
him
so
getting like 100
Ellie Archer's
units
going
on the
in. I don't
field
know
would
if
be great.
Dragonstar realizes this. I don't think he does.
I
He's
don't
lost.
think Dragonstar sees this at all.
Yeah, at all. And he's
He's
taking.
completely focused on the middle,
Yep.
and he's losing all the villages in the wood at the bottom.
At the
He's
bottom.
gonna get trapped. Like, you know, like they could actually lose all of
their castles,
Dragonstar's
Vietnamese castles. Yeah, they don't
And
see it at
that
all.
would
Even this
be-
BBC doesn't see it. He's just walking casually by the trebs and the castles here. Ay, ay, ay. Dragon! Pay attention! Ay, ay, ay. Could it have been
If
viable for Dragon to
Barles
go
is
for
able to
Elefantos?
switch
No,
here
but Teuton helps. so.
and completely kill Dragonstar's base here.
Yeah. Then they
That would
might
be
have a chance
huge.
here with Team Barles. Again, Dragon still doesn't realize it, but his castles are fully pushing. And Team Barles taking back the top push again with Villese not getting pop capped. 48 trade. Very low army numbers by Villese. As 3 players push back, both Villese and Nick here on the top side. Dragon still not realizing it, I think. Okay, now he sees the elephant archers in the back to his... Oh, he lost his fish boom here fully. Now he sees it.
But Dragonstar has ton of resources, and
Yeah.
all he really needs is skirms. Because he's facing elephant archers and halbs, some champions. But the skirms are good enough here. And he
Yeah.
needs to get slung some more stone for.
You know, I would have liked Goth to play here also, Ovenka. As Goth, you want to play both sides if you can, and
Well,
you're...
they're busy holding in the mid, but
Yeah.
I really don't like that he's mainly playing Huskars
Huskar.
instead of champs.
Yeah. Help champ is the play, right? I guess.
I think so.
Or just pure champions if you have the gold, and it seems like he does. Ooh, big shots on the Huskarls and the Rattans. Ooh, boy. This big push now in the middle looking dangerous. As the Huskarls do kill and clean all of this push back from Barles. And one Ellie Archer still in the fish boom, by the way. Taking care of the fishes here. And Dragon Star is going to have to refocus his attention while they lose the middle again. Again, Villese and Barles both with low army counts on each side, each captain. Need those bigger numbers here from the captains to push this back. I don't think Villese has been pop capped so far, has he?
He wasn't. I'm looking and he's like between 150 and 180, like
which I'm
for
not
the last 20 minutes.
understanding, right? Because he's got 5k wood in the bank. Like, he's got res.
I think he's deleting Villese, like as he's like.
As he's making army. Yeah. And he's going monks.
Never pop cap, yeah. It's versus the Dravidian elephant there. Also, Onjay is having problems staying high pop. Like he's constantly at 150.
Yep.
But like, if they sling him a little bit, like him getting 100 army would be actually quite good because Nick still doesn't have SO.
Yeah.
Like until he gets SO, the Byzantine trash is insanely good against the composition that Villese and Nick is doing. Like it's super efficient and he can get so much of them that the Mangudai are not great at all.
And again, no army in queue. Okay, now we have 13 latest in queue. 65 trade card by Villese.
Yeah. Barles finally getting decent elephant archer numbers, like he's at around 30, and the push in the middle is looking strong, I have to say.
Yeah.
And since now there are only skirms and no Rattans, I think the push in the middle will be brutal for Team Barles.
Will be the brutal push here, and they should have cut out for trade, honestly, in the back. There's some extra res here, too. They can get
Barles
so much
also
more gold.
taking that cheap champion.
Yep.
I think it's time to go champion himself, since they're only seeing those skirmishers. Basically, Dragonstar is completely useless now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big mistake.
Mangudai might have to play here, I think, again. But then they're gonna lose all this push in the top. Man, what a game. What a fucking game. It was not looking good for Team Barles at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
For a while, and now if these elephants get into their trade, that's going to be a big danger. I think a ball of Mangudai should solve this, though. Let's see.
If they come back from that killed castle, like that's huge.
Yeah.
And it's looking like that. How do Ovenka and Dragonstar stop the middle push? They just don't.
Yeah, Ovenka is now going fully halberdiers.
And he's versus champions from Teutons. Like there is no way he can stop this.
Oh no,
it's
Dragonstar
over.
Instead of saving the middle, he's going south. For some reason.
It's over.
It's
GG.
GG.
And we're going for the decider. Very nice set. I like it.
Wow. G to the G, boys. What a brutality. Team Barles coming back from the damn hell to take this to a decider set. And now Vilese's bet not paying off necessarily because they used Mongols and Lithuanians here, both their top tier civs, in the crucial game number 4. That was really the damn hell. My God, they were like so far behind. Like right here, minute 30s, mid 30s, like it was not looking good for them at all. Like Nick here with a full push. I actually thought that Nick was going to go here and just kill Barles from this side. But they decided to switch positions last minute and push with the Lithuanians who was doing walls. What if they instead chose not to fight here and they came here? Do you think that would have made a big difference? I think so. Because he's the Payboom pocket, right? He decides where he wants to fight. And this was really bad.
Then Lucky Rocks and Barles would just completely kill Dragonstar as well if like Ovenka and Nick goes there. Like Nick probably like I think they were afraid of Team Barles pushing there because it's very weak spot for Team Villese there.
Yeah.
Like Dragonstar is kind of in a different base compared to all of them. And there's only like a small passage, through which they trade, and if
No,
Team
so my
Barles
point is, yes, so if he goes there instead of here, and Lithuanians just walls, walls, walls forever, they can still kind of hold it. I don't know. And they push this back, and then they're gonna fight here instead of having to fight defensively here, because this is ultimately what won them the game eventually. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I thought they had to switch Goths and Mongols. That could have worked too, actually. That's a good suggestion too. Maybe Goths plays here fully, right? Versus Tatars, which is basically a hard counter, and the Mongols plays versus Dravidians and Teutons. That could have worked potentially with how, instead of going SO, he would have just gone straight drill SO here with the Vietnamese. What do you think, Somero?
I think they played it right in the end. I think they just lacked, like, Nick lacked SO earlier, and Villese for some reason didn't get popped at all.
Yeah.
So like I would blame the captain here, not the Dragon Star on the other flank, which he did decently this time versus Barles. I think this one is on Nick and Villese, who both were in a great spot. Nick because he was the only guy booming, and Villese because of the killed castle from Andre. It was
Yeah.
like a very lucky moment for them, and they couldn't capitalize on it.
Yeah. I would have liked to see Mongol and Goth switch too. That actually may have made the difference. Who knows though? It's hard to say. Once drill SO pops, heads start to drop. Oh, Ganji with the
poet.
rap.
All right, all right.
What's up, Ganji? Wow. So Villese taking a big bet, not paying off. So they're out of their tier 1 civs completely. And this leaves Aztecs now for Villese to be really played, because Teutons is now used up by Team Barles.
Yeah, but look at the remaining civs for Team Villese. They don't have classic Halbeso this time. So what will Nick play? It's gonna be Aztec Pocket, I assume. They don't have any other. Like, do they play Q? Nah, they have to play humans as.
No, they're playing pocket humans. I think it'll be pocket humans and Khmer with flank Aztec pole.
You know what could they do? They could play like Poles and Kumans pocket and Aztec Gurjara flank, and you go for like Cuman, Halbeso, and Polish Cavalier. But it's and then you have like Aztec flank and Gurjara flank, which are both top tier, I would say. Or you play. I don't think you can play Khmer. Like Khmer are just too weak right now, and especially there's gonna be Celt SO on the field at some point in the game.
But
I definitely prefer Barles civs here.
Yeah.
They have Celt, Malay, Vikings, and Malians. So they play. I would say, like looking at the civs that Team Villese has, I would even play Viking Pocket maybe. Just Berserks or something like that. Maybe not even play Cav here. Or you could play Malay Pocket, like someone like Lucky Rocks. Like I think they will end up playing Malian Pocket, but there is a lot of opportunities for them to play here. Since they kind of like missing Paladin civ, but they can make it up with some weird combination. Like imagine if you have like Malay on Pocket and you get a Lake. That would be like insane.
What about Malian Cavalier?
Yeah, they will end up playing Malian Cavalier 100%. It's a safe play. The problem is they fall off super hard later, but Malians is better now because they have that good gold income. So at least they can get maybe this time Andoran will actually get a good numbers because he will realize he cannot click Paladin. So all he can
do is Cavalier.
Is have a lot of Cavalier early. Yeah.
China Cav, let's go.
Let's see. I think this might be the good Andoran game we're looking for in this set.
Let us see. Indeed, Game 5. The decider set here for Team Barles and Villese. Elimination game will decide. This is the last game of the day today. join us tomorrow for the finals at 16 GMT. We start with the bronze match, followed by the grand final. And tomorrow will be the last day for Rage Forest 4 until we see ourselves again another year later. So make sure you tune in for all of that Rage action. What a set this has been so far, though. Wow. Very entertaining. And Team Villese showing why they are so strong coming into the semifinals here. When they make Faith, it's over. Valas out here to troll us. That's as always. Welcome to the chat, Valas. But what a banger, man. What a fucking banger today. This has been one hell of a set. Let's see if they've started game 5. Going into the dashboard to check it out. Looks like we are in the game. So we are going to start now. And vamos, amigos. All right. We're going with the Khmer and the Kumans and the Vikings Aztecs. So no Chinese, unfortunately, for you, Ganji. Kappa.
And they're indeed playing Viking Pocket, as I was
Viking
saying.
Pocket.
I really like it.
Viking
like,
Pockets.
Viking Pocket into Khmer and Cuman's Pocket. And Zergs will destroy everything. Like Zerg Onager or Pike Onager.
Mm-hmm. I think the play for Team Villese is to try and do some shenanigans and maybe get Nick as to come with 2 stable knights maybe in the Castle Age. Let's see.
I think you just want to play Halbeso, but because they don't have the Tiff that has Siege Engineers, they have to use Cumans here. So let's see. Like they need an open map for sure. And I don't think they got it. I think this is not an open map gen.
Yeah.
That's a team Villese was hoping for. Definitely not an opportunity to play Arabia
Notably,
here.
it's captain versus captain in the final here, and it's a dry Black Forest map, so...
That's perfect. Like, captain versus captain in the final game. Very nice.
Malay being denied their lake, though, that's big for them, not having a lake, unfortunately. They just suck after that point.
It's fine. They are now actually quite good. They got a couple buffs in the recent patch, like the infantry armor kicking in earlier is quite good for them. And we've got Barles versus Villese fight. On the left side it's gonna be just walls. Passive play from Dragonstar and Andre. So will Barles brutalize Villese in the fight or not? The experience is definitely on his side, and they're going for the first villager, and I think they might get it.
Yep, they got
let's
him.
See.
Got him.
Yep. Rough start for Villese. Like this is where Barles shines. Like nobody can stand and fight him on equal terms, maybe except Valas. Yeah, Villese losing Scout as well. This is disaster start for him. Barles, those 2 villagers from Barles are still almost full HP.
Yep, that's right.
And he already managed to fully kill a villager and a Scout. And Lucky Rocks, like
taking
very good start.
Very good Scout micro there for Lucky Rocks, indeed.
And remember, this is new poles. They don't regenerate.
Well, as fast, right?
No, they don't regenerate at all in Dark Age.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is just like a generic Sif at this point.
Oh no. Meanwhile, on this side of the flank, we have a battle between Dragon and Andre. And looks like Andre may be in the lead here.
Man, and Nick also lost a Scout. That's big. Like, you just want to go home where you're at low HP.
Both
like
pockets
now,
have lost their Scouts, by the way, on this side as well.
Like now, Nick actually has to send villager to gather his sheep. He cannot do long distance lure yet.
Luring, yeah.
He needs to mill his deer. Like at least he has deer next to the berries.
Yeah, which is nice for him.
And maybe since he's humans, he can like do loom when he's 2TC booming later and get the boars later.
Ooh,
He actually
another mill
doesn't.
kill maybe.
Yeah, Barles is brutalizing.
Barles
They're
is
gonna get the villager.
brutalizing.
This is huge. Like,
Brutal domination here by Barles.
he's 14 versus 10 pop.
Yeah.
And so we'll see what Dragon Star versus Andre do here. I actually like Malay versus Aztecs here. They have, like, if they get Monkers, they can just get Castle and Karambits. And
Alright, so Barles going for the 4
and later on,
number camp, by the way, and completely walling on. I'm sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I was just saying that I think Malay will be fine in this matchup even without a lake. They still advanced late faster than any other Civ, so
Yep.
they are basically couple of vills ahead always, or faster to what they want to do. And he also has a good position, so there is no way for Team Villese to push fast. Like, will they try some like Ballista Elephant and Night Rush? I don't think so. It's super risky. So I think they will just end up playing standard and hope for the best. Like, get the SO from Dragon Star, so they have the SO.
Wait a minute. Barles and Villese are down the middle as well now for round 2, where Villese has the more villagers now, and he is going to be taking Barles on a head-on engagement. Can Villese get into Lucky Rocks? That's the question. Lucky Rocks having to wall himself.
He doesn't have to. Like, if Villese gets that forward wall, it's actually a perfect spot to push from. So this is about Barles to realize that and fight heavily for the wall,
heavy walls, yeah.
So he get the wall next to Villese base, but Villese should always deny it. Like, he should be sending villagers forever to get that forward wall.
Yeah,
like, if
because
he gets,
that's where
if he gets,
humans can push from potentially, right, in the castle.
precisely, and same for Khmer. You can also have Khmer go like fast castle and couple knights, so he goes first there because humans are always later, and then you set up humans to
Fully
go from
push
here
castle
and
in
complete
Celts.
rush.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's what Villese is exactly doing, and he is going to be fighting super hard now for that forward wall. Barles realizes this and is going for another set of villagers too himself. Villese Barles fully into a 10-minute Dark Age hill fight into game 5 here of the decider set in semifinal 2.
Barles is still quite ahead in the eco, so that means he will click up to feudal quite faster than like Villese is stuck in feudal, I mean Dark Age forever.
Yeah.
Especially since he's like sending, he has 4 on wood.
The scout
At this point,
so Barles having to lure the deer with the scout is huge now for him, right? So he can get that a little bit faster food eco going up.
Well, luckily for Villese, he had his deer next to his
mill. Full work.
Yes.
Barles down a vill now.
Yeah, Barles actually losing a villager. He was luring at that point as well, so kind of hard for him. And you know what? It actually might be like a decent. Oh, that's a huge barrack actually.
Yeah. Well, I think he's gonna go up and then do archer. Yeah. So
I think what Barles just wants to do is get a good walls at some point, and when he has a feudal stone wall, like Lucky Rocks can just give him a mangonel and they're fine, whatever happens.
Khmer might have to come here, you're right. I think that's the only way they can actually get this advantage of this forward position. Villese down another villager now, and he's doing everything he can.
Definitely looking good for Barles. Like, he should also he's making some militias as well.
On the way up, so just to help out.
He will be able to hold this and then potentially get a good forward wall.
Ooh, Barles down another villager thanks to Gaia and the combined forces of Gaia and Villese. So Barles losing. So there's that trap, but Villese needs to send a villager back to stop the smashdown here. But Villese going back, seeing that they are
Yeah, and
militia now
Barles
on the
will get
field.
that wall he definitely wanted. Like
Yeah.
this is a huge for Team Barles. Like now, Lucky Rocks can boom in peace, and at some point he'll just need to make a mangonel to defend the walls, and they are in a great spot civ-wise. And Barles is also quite ahead.
Of Villese here. And
Villese,
meanwhile on the left
yeah.
side, Andre going for Men-at-Arm Tower Rush on onto Dragonstar, who's going straight FC and defending.
This
This
is
is
how
how
you
you
defend.
defend, yeah.
Let's learn. This is like Dragonstar have been playing Blackrest forever. Like he
Yeah.
knows his stuff. Yeah, you just make the wall and the tower behind the wall outside of
Outside of the range,
the
yep.
range. Yeah.
Brutal.
So you don't end up like but he built it late, so
Yeah.
he's gonna
Maybe
end up in the
maybe
World War.
Yeah.
Andre needs to go back with the Man-at-Arms, and he's gonna lose the tower fight because Dragonstar can
Dragon
actually
can
send
hit
one
without.
villager.
Oh, very well recognized there by Dragon on the tower war here. All right. Meanwhile, tower going up by Barles, and he is putting full pressure here on the damn poles with
and
4 villagers for the boars here.
Yeah, and there has been an insane intel scouting from Lucky Rocks. His 3 HP scout scouted a barrack from Nick.
Oh.
And now they 100% know what is coming.
And that's why the mangonel.
Workshop.
Yep.
And this will completely shut down any pressure from Nick. And Lucky Rocks will be just booming on 3 TCs.
Yeah.
With 1 or 2 mangonels.
Yep.
Defending the position that Barles gained.
Precisely. He's adding 3 TCs. Man, Somero is MVP caster today. I'm very glad to have you as my co-caster today, as Somero Stradamus. We should name you for one day on Discord. Wow. And Andre now refocusing his attention on the other side. Maybe going potentially... No, but I think Dragonstar should be able to wall this off, no problem.
Dragonstar's eco will be quite stretched here. Because he needs to wall multiple passages while staying on 1 TC push. So I think Andre actually will be fine here doing the... Like this is the one spot where you can justify going Man-at-Arms and don't end up behind. Like he did versus Villese, for example. Because he can hit multiple passages.
Yep.
And it's easy for him to wall, so that the pressure that comes to push back is not achieving anything. Like, he can wall those tiny passages with stone walls super easily for him.
Right, so Lucky Rocks and Barles have broken into Pole's base now. Pole's adding a tower next to his TC to protect. Let's see, can he... Oh, so Lucky Rocks aiming for the TC instead for the first shot, for the first volley, and should be able to defend.
And Barles just getting like insane walls. Look at this, like those gates. Yeah, that's super nice for them. Nick actually doing a couple scouts on the way up.
Two stable knights here, and will we see a workshop? I think we have to see a workshop, right? So he's gonna add a workshop now.
He should already have it.
He should already have it, yeah.
That's a misplay. So he'll be able to snipe that one mangonel from
instantly.
Lucky Rocks.
Yeah, he's making a workshop really forward though.
Yeah.
So the scout is going out to.
Yeah.
There
so
you
Lucky
go.
Rocks, okay, just pull back. Now you only defend.
Yeah, because you have the Celts, and Celts is a Civ win versus the Cumans. Meanwhile, on this side,
Andre on the way to Castle Age as well.
Andre defending on the Feudal Age versus these double mangonel push from Dragon.
Yeah. And Andre is already on the way to Castle Age, so
he's
gonna they're gonna end up.
jiffy.
I think they will like be roughly even, I would say.
Yeah. And these are Castle Age walls.
Now it depends if Dragonstar wants to stay 1 TC, which I think he wants to, but I don't think it's ideal, and especially not against melee. But we'll see. We will see indeed.
All right, so 2 knights coming in now from the damn Bic, 2 unupgraded knights with a mangonel to push back here. Let's see.
Yeah, Dragonstar is doing Boso as well, so that's probably not fast in peak. I think he might add eco behind this. I'm not sure. Like, is unpredictable here.
Yeah.
Is milling the ward at the top?
Oh yeah, he is actually. All
It would
right.
be much better to lure them, but it's fine.
Yeah,
At
it's
least
really
he's
not that
using
far
them.
from his TC. Even I can lure these, but it's fine. Or I would have added a TC here instead of these, because there's gold and stone and boars here.
Oh,
That would
I
have been a great
really don't
TC
like this
position.
castle from Barles. Really
Ooh,
don't
that
like
can
it.
be doubted, I think. That can be doubted.
Just delete it.
Delete it, delete it, delete it before it lose it. Oh, okay, he did. He got the stone. Now he's going back behind his tower for the next castle. Okay, so that's good. So, castle defense, that's why Nick didn't over-invest in the push here for the Cumins. Right, you only have the two knights, and he's just going to add some TCs now. But I don't know if that's a good play, though. Is it? Because what Cumin's going to do late game? Shouldn't this be just full cap cram in? No, but
he
there's
cannot
the
force he cannot force his way in at all.
Yeah,
It's
unless he
impossible.
goes here on the
So
right
now
side.
he just needs to add eco and hope he's gonna end up ahead of Lucky Rocks, which he's not, by the way. Lucky Rocks is ahead of Nick. At least like Pop, he's behind in Rest Collected. Like for example, Nick could be on his way up to Imp soon, which is not the way for Lucky Rock. Needs a couple more minutes. Yeah, and Barles will be super annoying with the Gibetos, I think.
There he goes. The Knights are on stand ground, I think. Well. The Knights are stand ground. I think they're just taking the fire. Malian Gibetos. Where's Mununes to see this, man? That would be huge.
It's at the damn wedding, man.
Mununes. Castle going up by Khmer on that hill. Looks like they are going to try and push together. And does Khmer make you or just fast cut Hussar?
I don't think Viking? I think you have to play Ballista Elephants here.
Yeah,
anyway.
Versus Vikings, right?
But if Andorin tags into Onager at any point of the game, then it's gonna be oh, he's actually going to the right. Andre will be just holding here alone. I don't mind it. If you can see, he's quite ahead of Dragonstar, who stayed on 1 TC for far too long.
Yeah. He's adding a 4th TC now.
What is Andorin gonna play? He's playing Berserks, I think, since he's super heavy on stone.
Yeah, but he doesn't have his first castle yet, and he should be 1200 stone already. Should be making that first castle already, but as we've seen, Andorin has struggled with the production buildings early.
Yeah, he's sending the wells just too slowly. Like he needs to, like if he is going there, the castle needs to be already finished.
Up,
so
yeah.
So he had at least like a couple traps going on the way up to him.
Ooh, this castle is not gonna live too long here, especially if Endo puts his castle up first.
Okay. Andorin getting his first castle up. I like it. He's getting treadmill crane. Okay, I like it. He understands he's a little bit slow.
Yeah.
So now he needs to get those protection buildings faster.
Rush that castle up, and then here too.
And you know, this time they are not in a hurry because they're ahead.
They bought so much time by Barles' amazing play in Dark Age. But
all he needs to do, he needs to click trap right away. Like make one berserk and then trap as you hit castle. I mean Imperial Age, and trap the castle from Villese. Then you're already contributing enough, and just get the Zerg mass going, full upgrades, and that would be just unstoppable.
Yep. Okay, there's the castle. There's the imp from Endo. No trap out just yet.
He needs to get another castle somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah.
And Amigo, make something from the castle.
The castle's idle, fully idle forever.
Oh my god.
Elite Berserk is being tagged from the forward castle. Oh,
okay, someone told him to make trap. Oh, finally.
Yeah, there you go. There's the trap coming in. Instead of Elite Berserk from the forward castle. The back castle is still idle.
Yeah.
Where Andre doing full walls versus a potential ballista cut. But it looks like the UUs are going other side. Kelt's adding pikemen as well on the way up. They're into Imperial Age now, and Halberdier should be teched in very soon. Villese is in a world of pain. Villese is not going to be able to finish these walls. Ballista Elephants will... This game is looking very, very strong here for Team Barles. Like, this, I think from this position, it would be a shame if they didn't actually win. Alright, so the Viking Treb now going to the Pole Castle on the flank position here. And are we doing another Treb? No, we're doing Conscription. Why? You have 4 castles. Or 3, I guess. You don't even need conscriptions, right, for elite berserks?
No, conscription is insanely good. What are you talking about, Williams?
But even for berserks, like, they get made so fast.
Well, it increases your production by 33%.
33%,
so,
yeah. I guess it makes your trebs faster too, as we learned.
Well, you need it for, especially for something like a unique unit that's being produced from just a few buildings.
In this exact moment from the forward castle, wouldn't you rather have another treb instead?
Well, he could make it in the different castle, but it's not like he just clicked it somewhere.
No, it was in the front castle, not in the back. I guess he's just gonna mass some zergs now with that one treb.
Okay, so Nick is doing some stab lancers.
Yep.
Which is like the only unit he can make, but yeah. Now they are just completely outsived and they are
now.
being harmed.
And they are gonna cut into Nick's base now. Andre is doing full walls while the UU plays other side, and Aztecs. I don't know what Aztecs contributes to this fight, maybe besides monks to convert SO from...
It should be doing champion with Gambesons and pikes, I think.
Okay, so Villese has lost his full base completely, and this is looking really, really dire straits now for Team Villese.
Yeah, this is just over. It's impossible to come back from. They don't have
with the civs. Yeah.
Their draft was...
They went all in on game 4.
Power civs.
Yeah.
They had like a power civs, but not for all of the games.
Yeah.
Which really hurts them in this one last game.
Yeah.
They were in the position to close the game 4.
Game 4 they were really in a position to...
And now they are paying the price for it, having the worst lineup. I still think they should have played Aztec and Gurjaras
in
instead
game
of
4.
Khmer. Yeah, no.
Oh,
I mean
Gurjaras instead of Khmer.
Yeah. And you just switch Aztecs to pocket for the Halbeso role. It's like...
So Nick having to rush Onager now. Siege Onager being teched by Kelt, which will come in less than a minute. Yeah. And those Siege Onagers will make quick work of these Ballista.
Just check how the Onager is doing well against
against the Ballista.
Elephants.
Yep.
They're getting
Jaguars by Aztecs. Okay, and monks too.
Oh, nice shots
big
here.
Shots here. He's got 3 in there, and big shots on these. Oh! Okay, no, the Ballistas were able to catch him.
And Barles is full Gibetto. He's loving his life now.
Yep, full Gibetto play. Gibetto's OP.
Doesn't look good anywhere for Team Villese, and Andre is getting slowly ready to push himself with like mass elephants from some point. He's getting heresy so he doesn't get converted, and then he will just do big push. He probably won't even get to play, honestly. Like, the game will be over before he starts playing.
No, I think this is game 5. They'll keep playing on for a while.
Yeah, I guess they have to, right? Like this.
Lucas Soria says, I know they're not playing it here, but why are Elephant Archers good? Feels like they got countered by everything and are too expensive for the damage they do. Well, they're tanky, right? You can actually fight SO with Elephant Archers.
Well, he doesn't have any other unit that's good. Like, battle elephants are bad, he has cavaliers that are bad, and this is their strongest unit they can make anyway. Look at the SOs completely destroying them.
Let's see.
Wow, it was
Yeah,
like all of them.
that whole mass is gone.
Yeah, it was a nice effort by Team Villese, I have to say. The first team that took games from Team Barles, and they even almost managed to win this.
Brunch
But
Food,
I
this
think
is
Team
the
Barles
second semifinal today. This is game 5 of the second semifinal. The winner of this game right now will go to the finals tomorrow
versus Team Valles.
versus Team Wallace. Yeah, we were told not to spoil the first set, but yeah.
And we will get the so deserved final that didn't happen in RF3.
That's
So it's
right.
gonna be very nice.
Indeed, indeed.
I'll say he's on the way to Imp though, but yeah, he's just so much behind.
Yeah, what is he even going to contribute with poles? That's the problem, right? Into Halb SO and Berserkers.
Like, he would do Obuch, I guess.
Yeah, but SO wrecks them.
But the SO and Gibetos,
Yeah.
especially the Gibetos actually would be
22 Gebettos. Let's go. They're not elite yet, but yeah. Man, Mununa would have been here to see his captain dropping a castle with Malians and going full Gebetto. Here's one for him.
and now Andre is pushing into Dragonstar.
Yeah.
He has those elephants with heresy, so
big tanky
Dragonstar actually has no way to stop him because he's only on Jaguar Monk. He needs Pikeman now.
And if Andre adds some Hussar to make the monks play, so this is G to the G, boys. Team Barles on the brink of defeat, from the jaws of defeat. They have come back to secure this game 5 very convincingly. Very, very convincingly. There was no time at all when Team Barles was playing, except maybe in Dark Age. But yeah, looked a little bit dicey.
And the last game was a little bit too one-sided, I would say.
Yeah. Showing the dominant performance they have in the rest of the playoffs so far in Game 5 here. But the other games, it's gonna be some reflections happening in Team Barles.
And the GG's called,
GG
and
has
Team
been
Barles
called.
winning.
What a brutality here by Team Barles in the Game 5.
Destruction.
Brutal domination. Brutality here. There was no point in this game that was anywhere in question, I think. Barles played the game of his life here, honestly. I love that forward wall. And, you know, double mangonels from Lucky Rocks to seal the deal. And there was nothing they could do. And then the castle drop to secure the position. And he luckily removed the castle before he got mangonelled.
What's up, Barles?
Hello,
Congratulations,
hello.
amigo.
Thank you.
Brutal domination from the jaws of defeat. You have secured your position in the grand final. How does it feel?
It's a relief, but I thought we lost last game, and I was almost ready to call it, but
yeah. So,
indeed.
Can you tell us something about Andre's reaction when he lost the castle?
Yeah.
Well, I was even looking at it at the time,
no.
And I was like, I didn't say anything, but it was not a good thing for
It was just untimely.
Like a really unfortunate moment there, and I was also perhaps thinking that like this is the one moment that will break you, but you guys somehow managed to like I think it was the push on Dragonstar that killed his Rattan production that turned the game around.
No, that and the fact that I think if Mongol and Goth had switched and they didn't switch, that would have been big trouble for you, right? If Mongols goes towards you, Barles, and Goths focuses fully on Tatar, I think that would have been really dangerous. There was a lot of times in that game where you were like basically dead on both sides.
I think like they were like very close to breaking the top side, so
Yep.
I don't think switching maybe was necessarily like made sense since they were like just like a tiny space more and they would have won there.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe. Also felt to me like in game 2, I believe, when we had like the castle already in the Ethiopian base. I feel like we almost won there as well.
Yes.
But
But Ovenka doing a great job with the Paladin pushback, and then Villese definitely played amazing versus 3 players basically on his side alone with the Britons, and that's the power of the Britons, you know. So
yeah, Britons are scary.
that's right. Britons are very scary. Thank you for the raid, Membo. And then yeah, so game 2. I mean, not much that you can do with Magyars. And what was the other civ that you had there on game
It was
2?
Andre Italians. Like
Yeah.
Italians, yeah.
perhaps I'm questioning the Man at Arms play in game 2 from Andre versus like a player with a lake, and I also kind of questioned your play in game 3 with Bohemians going for feudal aggression, but you somehow managed to like get in, be even with Villese,
Yeah.
who had a lake, and also defend versus Kong. So like I cannot question the decision because it ended up well, but
I mean,
definitely.
I guess I was too lazy while in the middle, so then I had to make up for it somehow.
Yeah.
So it was a desperation a bit.
But that was a good play by
But
Ovenka. He didn't show the castle, right? Because I don't think you knew he was going conks at the moment.
I knew it was
Oh, you
coming.
knew.
Like it was just
Oh,
like with the wall, it was just asking for it, I guess.
yeah.
But I think he had to come in with siege and like destroy me from the inside, I guess.
Yeah.
He should have really committed because like they're already putting him behind Nico, so he needs to kill someone, right? And since you were in field, kind of, it didn't do enough with the Kongs. I feel like
Yeah, the
so they
siege
were
was
actually
like
behind there
Mangonel.
for sure. It
Mm-hmm.
was the fact that it was Nick who was free boomed versus a Paladin guy. It was actually like a reoccurring theme in most of the games that you guys had Andorin booming with a Palasiv, and he didn't have the sharpest builds, I have to say. Like he was always late on the productions, so he didn't, or it was closed and he couldn't help.
Yeah.
Uh, and it was always Nick on the other team booming. So I think like your team was always like slightly behind because of this as well. In most of the games, actually, even the ones that you won.
Yeah, I guess we all played kind of shaky. Like Nick is very strong in tournaments, so it's. Uh, yeah, we didn't play like I hoped we would, but that like the whole team just like we never really could take initiative that well early unless we had like a huge lead in Dark Age.
Yeah. I think the Dark Age plays by you were very good, and they set up the teams for success. But I mean, there's always times when you did the same, and there's not much more that you can do as Captain Flank. But
Yeah, but a win is a win, I would say.
a
And
win is a
tomorrow it's
win
gonna
indeed.
be
Game
a
5, I
grand
gotta say, there
finale.
was a clean win from the Dark Age all the way to the Imperial Age. There was no point that Team Villese had any sort of advantage anywhere. So extremely well
Yeah,
played in Game 5.
we had a Civ win there kind of
Yeah,
anyway, but yeah, I got a huge advantage, so
I mean,
just helped
Barles, they
steamroll
went
them.
all in on game 4, right? If they had won game 4, that was it for you guys. So it was very
Yeah.
close. It was very close. So that bet didn't pay off for them, unfortunately, and you have survived to the finals by the skin of your teeth now.
Yeah, unlucky, but but barely. Yeah.
Barely you have. So tomorrow you will be playing after the bronze match. Congratulations on securing your place in the grand final. And you will be facing Team Balas, who has looked very strong now and continues to look strong. So all the best for the grand final set. And I will see you tomorrow, amigo.
Yeah, thank you. See you.
Congratulations. All right, ladies and
GG's.
gentlemen, GG's. That is it for me. Thank you, Somero, for an amazing cast. And I will pass you on along to another Twitch streamer of your choice. Please put suggestions in the chat who to raid, and I will set up the raid while you do so. Who are we rating? Love you, Boob Whisperer. Thank you, thank you. Survivalist, Stellar Mish, Monos. Mono. Es el gordo mono. Let's do Monos. 14. Raid Monos _ AOE. Thank you again, and check back in tomorrow, 16 GMT, for the grand final set. Love you all.